figured I would throw that out there.
All right, that should do it. How does that look? Do we look live now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Welcome everyone to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So an hour early today due to the holiday. So for those of you in the US, happy Memorial Day, and many thanks to all those who have and are still serving. Including two of our players. That would be the gentleman playing Alamir and Luna, retired servicemen. Long, illustrious careers, and we thank them very much. All right, so let's see what happened last week. Spot and Smock engaged Resmir the Black while 4 gargoyles flew down from hatches in the roof of the observatory to harass them from the sides. Alamir dispelled the magic on Resmir's greatsword from further down the steps, but that didn't stop the half-black dragon from dropping Spot unconscious with one great cleave of the mighty weapon. Then she was bloodied by Smock and breathed acid breath in retaliation, which gave 2 failed death saves to Spot. He would have failed his 3rd save if not for the bolstering power of Bahamut emanating from Smock's body. With Resmir dead, they used the Farseer of Alusk and saw the great black dragon Vor-Agamanthar within his cave, and also saw his twin sister, and revealing the dragon's secret for being in 2 places almost simultaneously. Then Luna heard the movement of many feet shuffling in the courtyard and the speech of bullywugs. They looked out the window to see Farbleck Spattergoo giving orders to scores of bullywugs, and a dozen of them were lighting torches, tossing them in and into actually the stables and blocking the doors. Alamir threw a fireball and killed the bullywugs around Spattergoo, but he was only scorched and kept going, so Jinx cast Hypnotic Pattern to stop him. But a second large group of his followers grabbed him up and carried him to the entrance of the causeway. It took a spike growth from Luna and a second Hypnotic Pattern to keep them from making it out. But then 2 bullywugs risked their lives in the spikes to grab Spattergoo and drag him to safety. The group made it up to the door to the southwest tower before Luna hit them with lightning. Only Spattergoo survived and was joined inside the tower by just a handful of his followers. Then Smock and Spot ran outside and attacked the bullywugs, burning the stables, and with the help of Hef and Jinx took them all out. But not before all but 2 of the giant lizards were killed. 4 of the lizardmen had made it outside to the river, and they waved and swam away as the room continued to burn. With all of the bullywugs killed or out of sight, the heroes ran to the southwest tower, and they all met inside, and there they heard talking in common behind the door that led to the tower stairs. They paused to consider their next actions, as many of them were still very wounded and magic resources low. And that is where we pick up the story with our companions as they are deciding what to do at this point.
what we were thinking at the time was a respite in this room, and the idea was we were attempting to assist the lizard folk. It was what
I
we
don't know how much more we can take of this.
No,
Um,
no. But if we go down this, that's down the stairs in front of us, or through that
how
doorway.
much? I look at Alamir and I'd be like, how much do you have in the tank?
I still have some.
You still
Yeah,
have
I don't-
some?
Well, one way or the other, we
Is
got.
anybody here hurt?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
You get through.
So that doorway is a stairway, which I think that's the stairway down. Okay, which is where we
Sorry.
actually want to go.
Okay, that's
Okay.
one option. The next question I have though is
If we don't do that, then we
Right.
got to go back out, and we got a whole bunch of bullywugs and lizard folk squaring off. That you did send the flare up, and they're coming in fighting.
correct, which means we could pinch off the bullywogs with the lizard men, put 2 folds on them, and hopefully make it faster. Then we have the lizard men to be able to come with us downstairs.
Yes, at the very least, we can do a rest, probably with friends, theoretically.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
instead of just one front, the bullywogs would be trapped between 2 fronts.
Yes, yeah. So that's where
And
we.
Alamir thinks he would be able to really help with that.
Cool.
So,
And to answer Jinx your question, Smock is lightly damaged, but Spot is just almost bloodied.
yeah, Alamir's fine. There's no way we can do a short rest here.
Technically, there's always a way.
Well, there is a way. There's always a way. I mean, I could create a Lehman's tiny hut, yay! But then we are abandoning, quote, the lizard men.
Yes, and if the whole group doesn't want to go with what we enacted and said, let's do it, I would go if I have to by myself and wade into the bullywugs from the backside.
Okay,
So,
then Alamir is with you, except what Alamir wants to do is, do we know the setup of the bullywugs, Tom, or is that we don't see that?
You do not see, no,
Okay.
you do not see that.
Alamir, well, we've seen through arrow slits and stuff. We've seen the lizard men out in the courtyard, or not the courtyard. I guess that's the swamp.
You would have, yes, because you just were up above to the north in the
And we
barracks.
set the flare.
Yep.
Okay, so we know they're coming in. They're going to be charging in.
Yeah. You saw them forming out in the courtyard, yes.
We
Okay.
we do have an advantage on our end, though. You have some pretty good ability with illusions. You could always hide us, and at least let them run by.
The
If
only
we
place
need
I
it.
can hide us would be in a Lehman's tiny hut.
No, can't you like make
I do
fake
not
walls?
have group illusion. Well, fake walls, but it's only a 5 foot by 5 foot blob, so it would be a freestanding wall.
with a major conflict coming, with us setting off the flare to tell the lizard people, come on in and do the attack. Okay. We could probably, if hiding was what we wanted to do, we could just stay in this room and avoid that conflict.
Right, and then I'll tell you what Alamir when you asked how is he what's he got left in the tank. First thing he's going to do is he's going to web the area so they can't move, which will give all of the archers a free shots basically. And since they're going to be turning to the north towards the lizard men, we have all rear flanking attacks on hopefully stuck opponents. Or we just light it on fire and now they're frying opponents.
Out of curiosity, who is this guy right in the middle of
That's the
all
dude
of
who brought us in. This guy up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought us in.
Yeah.
Okay. He's our.
He's our liaison.
Oh, those are the lizardmen.
Yep.
Don't shoot that way. I will not throw a fireball. So that's what Alamir is willing, or what he can do. He can do more, but that's what he wants to do because it'll keep them clustered, which is usually the better fight.
Jinx, with your passive perception, you hear new talking from the other side of the door on the south side, which is to the left, the one by the stairs. And you
Which we would
hear...
have had to look. Which we'd have to go out to look at those slides anyway, too.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Can we hear what they're saying?
Yeah, it's in Draconic.
Okay.
And you hear them say, you hear very quietly, you say, no, on the other side. It's not, they're not bullywugs. Do we open the door? Do we see who they are? I don't recognize the voices, but maybe it's those new recruits we heard about.
I whispered to the guys in our group, was like, we might have a few friends on the other side of the doors.
Which way does the door open?
That door opens towards you.
If they're not our friends, we can immovable rod it closed.
It's kind of what I was thinking too.
Let's just not let them into the fight just yet. That's up to you, Jinx. If you want to open it and see what it is, go ahead.
If I heard him say what you just said, I heard him say, I would reach for the door and I will just open it up.
And so you reach for the door to open it up, and right on the other side, also like reaching for the door, it is one of the cultists. And you see three more behind them, and it's this
just as surprising to them.
Yeah, slicked, like greasy, slicked back hair, black hair, kind of long to the shoulders, got a pockmarked face, dark brown eyes, and a bit of a scruffy Fu Manchu on his chin, and he jumps back. You the new recruits, right?
Yes, we are. There's
Good God, we found you.
There's lizard men all over this castle right now, or all over this fort.
Oh, yes. We think the lizard men, though, the lizard folk, they could help us. We were, or they're going to attack. You say? Are they everywhere? The Spattergoo, that dirty shaman bullywug ran downstairs and told us that we had to protect the entrance to the dungeon, and we don't take orders from him. He said that Resmir and Borngray were dead. Have you heard or seen anything?
Question: are those guys dead?
Oh,
yeah, you just killed them.
Oh yeah. In fact, I turn around and I wipe off the end of my cleave.
No. Oh. The rumors of them being felled is a laugh. It makes me laugh. No. They are out.
Commanding.
They're out there fighting off the Desians that are coming in here right now, holding them back. They've breached the north walls, climbing up through the into the castle.
Make a deception roll, please.
Would I roll to not laugh? I'll bite my tongue. Oh, nice.
So, all right. He's like, oh, of course. Resmir in particular is far too powerful for some force of lizard folk or anything to take down. Perhaps we should go help him. And he turns around, and the other guys are like, yes, to Resmir's side. And
By the way, I would like to drop a divine sense just to sense where they are while he has them talking.
okay.
So if you put somebody to sleep at the top of the stairwell, when they take a step down, do they fall down and then wake up?
If what?
If you
If
cast
it-
sleep to someone who's about to go downstairs,
Oh,
they fall asleep. The minute they hit the stairs, do they wake up because they took damage?
yes, they would.
Narcolepsy.
So where do they stand? How am I not? Oh, because that's not scroll down. All right. Yeah. So that's where they stand. There you go. That is the order. The one is the one in the far back who has not talked yet.
Okay.
Who keeps
you.
poking around and looking down the stairs into the dungeon.
Well, he's
Not
got to
poking around, but if they want to go past, and I'll direct them to the northeast tower. That they're at the top of the tower. To go fight by his side. Have at it.
Northeast would actually be this one down here. Remember, because the map's turned around this way.
Oh, so okay, whatever this tower is.
Southwest.
Up there, yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's the southwest. Yeah, I know. They try to confuse everything by turning the map on the first level.
Oh, I didn't see the north thing. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. The
And
north is facing to the right. Okay, makes sense.
and and they thank you, and they rush through the door, and Hef will move out of the way, and they'll begin moving through and heading to the door. What do you guys let them?
Yeah, hang on. I got to do my own little check here.
Okay. I will stop right there as they come moving through.
Nice roll.
Mediocre.
It's average.
Okay.
The man who was just talking about resources and taking a rest.
That's the only reason I'm even considering not attacking the one. So, I think if I got the scaling right, one's the worst, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing you felt worse than that was whatever was in that tortoise shell,
Yeah. Okay.
or speaking through it.
Only because Jinx seems pretty nervous, I will not attack.
Okay. Then they move through outside, and you hear them exclaim, "Ah, great Bane! What? Look at them! Look at the bodies! What? The lizard men are attacking!"
I don't think we're getting out of this one.
And they go,
So
they disappear.
The door that just closed, does it open in or out?
Oh, the that door, it opens out,
Okay.
and they leave it open, like they didn't close it behind them. Alamir, we kind of haven't done anything with this, but like, where is Raven through all this?
Ooh.
Like, here's your
How's
new
his
Raven
ability-
right there.
Right. But how is he? I guess it's a small enough bird to fly in the rooms with us. I'm sure this is a ceilinged tower. It's not completely open as it looks.
Right. Only this courtyard out here is open. That's why I put them out here in the trees, like they could just kind of hang out.
What he probably does is, if we do enter rooms, he's probably going to come in and land on a burnt out torch, something that puts him up in a top of a wall type thing.
So you
He
want
doesn't-
him following you?
Yes,
Okay.
because he's a second set of eyes for me.
Yep. So we'll just put him there for now.
That's right. Yeah, he finds a corner where there's, whether it be as I said, a burned out torch, a lantern, something where he's not burning himself, and just sits there. As we move to a new room, he comes with.
Got it. Okay. Mox has just did perch himself out in the courtyard and has been there this whole time. Just so you know, he's definitely still there though. All right. All right. So what are you all doing now? And this door is left open. It's an empty. So you see there is an empty room. I don't think there's. Let's see. It's a rectory. So it looks like it was originally a priest's living quarters. There's a sturdy storage cabinets for vestments and religious paraphernalia. But all the cabinets were hacked open and looted a long time ago. Looks like this was kind of the living quarters for the 4 dragon claws that just left, and they're over by the door. The stairs go up, and on the inside, within the room, the stairs actually go down into the into the dungeons. You would assume. At least that's what Snapshot told you.
My thought is we go down there and we might as well go ahead and, if they're going to take that fight there, I don't have much I can help them with the fight, honestly.
Well, I guess I got to make my stand. I will be going around and helping at their front line because we told them to come in. I can't leave them fight themselves.
During this time of us talking to the cultists, have they begun their assault?
So
It's been time, or do they just stand there and wait?
What do you do to try to ascertain that?
Well, we can see through these things, and do we hear the clang, clang, clang of a battle?
Okay. Well,
You said the door's open, so just pop in. We can see
Yep.
out.
So you go in and you look through. You see Snapjaw and the lizard folk. They're just finishing. They've just. So I was just kind of setting this up ahead of time. They are. You see a final 3 lizard folk come rushing from further beyond to the south, and they rush up and fill the ranks. And then you see them very slowly begin to walk and approach the entrance to the Barbican.
Then, if you see that Smock, if Smock takes off, Alamir will take off with him.
Yeah, and I say out loud, I can't leave them fight this fight. We started it. We said we'd help, or at least I did, and therefore I'm running. I'm sprinting, which isn't much of a sprint, but.
But I mean, if there's anybody in the group that wants to go down to the dungeon to look that over,
you could probably go faster if you actually jump out this window here and then go this way. Just saying.
That's true.
However, that is very true.
It wouldn't have the same effect of what I'm trying to go for.
But you could breathe underwater.
Because you could
water breathing.
You could go slamma jamma, and I have one. Okay.
You already have water breathing.
Oh, wow. Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody does for 24 hours.
Okay, you remind me of that as I pivot and I turn back and I go, well, we're going to find out how much of an anchor I am actually after all with this group. And
but you do also...
You're going to go off the... Okay.
I know you do remember there is stuff in the moat.
Oh. but how deep was the moat? I suppose we had no assessment?
We're talking like alligators.
Yeah, there were alligators in the moat, giant alligators in the moat, and the moat was deep enough that the alligators were able giant alligators were able to submerge completely.
Okay, so 5 feet.
At least, yes.
How tall are you?
Well, actually, what I'm wondering is, how far can I jump again?
Strength.
Yeah, it's.
If you're not encumbered.
It's not. So even with a running jump, I think I think it's strength plus.
And Alamir starts to head this way.
Right, jumping. It's not that far. You could not make it to the other side of the moat, unless you had, magical assist or boots of striding and springing, something like that. Jump spell.
Can I lean over with my fingers and just push?
You wouldn't happen to have Featherfall, would you?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I will turn and run rather than jump.
Okay. I mean, obviously, Hef will go with you in Spot. I mean, I'm assuming is everyone going with Smock?
Yeah, if we're gonna go, we're gonna go together. There's no way that we're going to try to do this solo stuff.
And on the
and
way, I'm going to cast some spells.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of grab people
some
together here.
Mage armor up there for me. So my mage armor is now armor class is now 16 instead of 13.
Okay.
I'm prepping. Okay.
And trying to remember, actually, if I remember correctly, no, it's probably just the haste that was on
haste?
the haste that was on Spot has worn out because you guys stood and talked for quite a while.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It was only for a minute.
Is it just 1 minute? Oh yeah,
It's
long gone.
1
Long
minute.
gone. When you walked into the room, it would have been wearing off.
All right, so let's move along. Let's move along.
Okay.
Following you, Smock.
So, and yeah, if you're running, then like I will grab here. If you're running, Spot will 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Like Spot will run up ahead just to see what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to kind of put him up here on the corner where he would be at about the point, and I'm just going to move. I'm just going to, yeah, that's probably about right. That's probably about right. Hef is following behind. And actually Luna, I forgot, Luna actually has that armor now. So Luna is way up there too. And this is all outside, so Mox will fly and hover in the corridor behind you guys.
And the Raven will be up above and stuff like that.
You see Spot turn around, kind of hold up his hand and quietly in motion, and kind of make a sign that to say that nobody is currently looking, that it's safe to come forward. Just try to be quiet. But you do also hear the sounds of combat now picking up.
Okay.
So, yep, definitely hearing the sounds of combat begin to start. So, all right. Where do you? So you? I assume you're all moving up. Like Luna will move up, right? Kind of behind Spot, and then they're waiting for everyone else to catch up.
And Alamir is trying to get a visual of the room because he's going to cast and hide. That's his job.
Okay. You all get there. You do see Snapjaw and giant, and they're engaged primarily with giant frogs right now. And so there's a bunch of lizard men around Snapjaw, and they're all just kind of trying to force their way into the castle. So that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative, please. I'm going to roll.
Just out of curiosity, how many hours would you say have gone by since this morning?
Oh, well, that's pretty easy. At the beginning of today's session, it is...
19.
It is so right now it would be approaching 4 p.m. I have to say, yet last week's session, the 3-hour session, only covered 15 minutes of game time.
Okay.
I think that's a record for us.
Add me to a thing, Tom. 19.
Snapjaw. Do I have? Where is Snapjaw? I don't have Snapjaw anywhere, do I?
He's right here. He's right here in the yellow
Oh, but I need to. I'm going to need to do something here with my encounter builder and pull up Snapjaw. I have Snapjaw built very specifically. There we go. As a creature. So I'm just going to put this down here. There we go. And there we go. There's Snapjaw. And then I'm going to do this. Actually, that bullywug's probably going to, not going to worry about it. Giant frogs. And bullywugs. Bullywugs. All right.
Can you put me in at 19?
Somebody didn't click their thing.
Who would do that?
It was me.
Hef. That's good. And finally, Spot. Oh, and Luna. I keep forgetting Luna's not here. Hopefully Luna will join us soon.
He should.
I do not have Luna's open, so I'm just going to roll a d20. And I believe Luna is +2. And, well, close enough. I don't think that's, yeah, it doesn't matter. 14 is far away from everything else. Okay, here we go. All right, Jinx. You first.
Well, with all my amazing spell slots that I have available, I'll move up here and I will grab up my, my two little hand crossbows and I will shoot a couple of bollywogs.
Okay. Go for it.
So, do, those kind of ones.
Okay.
I missed completely with the first one, and I missed completely with the second one.
Wow.
You got your ones out of the way, Lisa.
Yeah, you.
Jinx, I think it's time to practice.
Yeah, so like you come around the corner.
Yeah, that's a bigger crew than I thought.
And you are probably I think this is the largest battle you've ever seen. It probably throws you visually. It's probably a little shocking to you. It's like a true war, like the stories that you have read and told about.
And then I look at Hef and I'm like, Hef, you got him.
Ah. All right. So Hef has inspiration. Excellent. And is that it?
Okay, yeah, that's definitely it.
All right. Spot. Oh, Spot. Spot is still Spot's. He's gonna rush in, not being hasted anymore, but he will come up next to Smock around the other side here, and he will just go ahead and attack. Just some basic stuff here. Actually, no. What he is going to do is he is going to do Breath of the Dragon. That's what he's going to do. And Breath of the Dragon, 20 or a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line. How about a 20-foot cone from like 20-foot cone if he runs around and does it from 10, does it from right here. Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna get a few.
He's gonna get he can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can get 3 giant frogs and 4 bullywugs. So that's what he's gonna do.
Nice.
All right. So this is a DC 14 dex save. And for what's the 2d6 damage? So can I roll it here? Here we go. I can roll it right here. Okay.
For 3 points.
You know, that's what you get when you're not here to play your character. I get to roll the damage. All right, let's do some saving throws. 4 bullywugs. Here we go. Yeah. No, yes, no.
No.
Okay. It's almost not even worth putting this in. No, it actually is though. So here's the difference though. The bullywugs as 1/4 challenge creatures.
Armouts.
All right. So it actually doesn't even matter if they save or not, or how much damage was done. We're talking dead, 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 and or actually I guess there's only the 2 frogs here. I think the frogs are the same. Yep, 1/4, dead, dead. Alamir, your turn.
No, Alamir just changed his idea.
The Legend of Spot.
Well, let's still do it.
And for the
Alright.
record, we'll say Spot used electricity.
Just for the heck of it. Alright, so these guys right here, I'm going to do a 20-foot square right there. And DC 14, they have to save or they're restrained. They can only use their turn to unrestrain themselves.
Okay, a DC 14 strength, right?
Mm-hmm. No, Dex.
Oh, Dex. Sorry.
Dex.
So, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
And then 2 frogs.
yep. So I'm going to restrain. So this frog, I'm doing the frog. Let's see. So this one, restrained. Where's? I thought there was a web thing. Oh, there's a no move here. That's good enough. We'll use that.
Mhm.
That one, and this one. Right there. There we go. And then the 2 frogs.
Yep, so suddenly the spider web just appears between the wall and the floor.
Whoa.
Apparently they wanted to make it.
Yeah. So they are not caught directly in the sticky strands. All right. Is that it for Alamir?
Well, what the heck, Alamir's going to do something more. I can still cast cantrip, correct?
Yeah. If it's a bonus action, which I don't think there are any bonus action.
No, there are not. So then he's just going to go up the stairs a bit.
Okay.
That's it.
You get far. You're pretty tall, so you get far enough up the stairs that you can peek over the top.
Uh-huh.
At least initially, you do not hear or see anything up there. Given the number of bullywugs down here, your first impression is that they may have all the ones that were on the second floor may be down here now fighting.
Right.
So, Smock.
All right, I will attack. $13 to hit.
13 does not get through. Actually, yeah. So the bullywug heard you come up and turns and blocks the blow with his shield.
Okay, second attack. Jesus. Okay, I guess I stand there impotently. Except, I will do. Nah, stay right there. I'm done.
Okay. Luna. Luna does a bonus action to. Oh, I guess I'm really gonna have to open Luna up, aren't I? Let me just do that real quick. Didn't I say last week I hoped I never had to do this again? All right. Let's see. Well, I will get it. I'm just oh, that's right. Here we go. View Luna. Come on. All right, Shillelagh. It should be Shillelagh. There we go. And it's going to run up and misses. Luna runs up right there. Actually, yeah. That just made sense. All right. So now the lizard folk are fighting. Now I'm not gonna take that much time to go through this, but you see Snapjaw lay about him with his metal tipped with a sword. I'm gonna roll a heavy club, but it's actually a sword. All right, maybe he's not going to do that well, but he does look like they're holding their own. So I'm just going to do a generic, luck roll. Oh, wait, well that's fine. I can turn that into a luck roll, and so they take out a couple of the frogs, and that's lizard folk. These are the only... Oh, so they take out this frog here and that frog there. Okay. Hef runs out. We'll actually 1, 2 run to there. And we'll shoot the first line of bullywugs. Probably this one right here to the right of past Luna. Hits and takes the bullywug down. And then 5, of course, yeah, him too. And then is going to probably not waste his stuff. So he hits 2 of them. He hits that one. He hits this one's that was stuck. And they're gone. All right. The bullywugs. This bullywug, if they're not held, I think it's just difficult terrain. Correct, Alamir?
Correct.
So he's going to step out of there. He's going to attempt to attack Luna. 2 attacks. So can do a spear. Which misses Luna, and a bite, which also misses. The frog up here will step out. This bullywug will step forward, or actually, that frog couldn't move. So this bullywug steps forward, and the 2 of these are attempting to take down Snapjaw. Although they're looking like they like to run, but you see them looking back at the ones back here, and at those of the heroes that they can see, looking like they want to flee, but realizing there's no place to go. All right, attacks real quickly. All right. Against Snapjaw. Yeah, only the last one gets through. So does a little damage to Snapjaw. Jinx, your turn.
Not that I'm doing much here. It feels really weird that everybody is up there actually fighting. Like Luna's not into a different creature.
Well, And he had officially changed, trying to do some different stuff rather than wild shape all the time.
I'm gonna stabby him.
Okay. And you have advantage if you're attacking the one between you and Luna.
I am. So it doesn't matter. I'm rolling the same numbers no matter what I do today.
Yeah, that's not quite good enough to get through the hide and the shield. So.
Yep.
All right. Spot will step forward. We'll attack first one.
Would he go after the one he might have advantage with? Or does he have advantage on both?
He could have stepped here to get the advantage on this one, and then stepped into this one and definitely have advantage on that one.
Oh, that's true, because he has the ring. So yeah, he'll first step here. Because with the ring he can ignore the web, the ring of free action. So unarmed strike. Here we go. With advantage, so that hits. So takes him out. He'll step up and take that one out. And I think this is. I'm going to actually do this because I think that's the one that is keeping them all in the turn tracker. I already got rid of the giant frog that was holding a spot. And then he will, so I just went to, and then he'll do his last attack on the bullywug up here. And takes it out. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the general luck roll for the giant frogs that would have attacked. It's actually pretty good. So they would have taken a couple of the lizard folk out. So I'm just going to end this one. There we go. All right. Alamir.
There's only 2 frogs left?
Yep, just the 2 frogs.
Alright, we'll just do a little cast just to see if we can actually hit something.
For night.
Yeah, so you took left or right?
Right.
All right, you take him out.
Elamir killed something. And I will continue up the stairs and check out the area to see if there's any. What exactly is up here? I know I didn't see any movement, but it just looks like a.
Yep. So the upper Barbican looks just like the lower level. It's very messy. There's muddy web footprints of bullywugs up and down the stairs, fanning out all across the upper level. And you see little areas, little cot-like, or actually it's not cots, patches of mud that look like it's where the bullywugs kind of, kind of squirm into to rest. And that's, you see some extra, like up against the wall, on the side towards the causeway. Right. You see batches of extra arrows.
Okay. Right. But no movement.
No, there's nothing up here. There are no bullywugs up here. All right. Smock.
That's good to me.
Your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And remember, that's the web is difficult terrain.
Yep, that's why I did double moves on that.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, that makes sense. Got it.
Yep. Hit. Mook is dead.
Yep. So frog All the frogs are now dead.
Any targets that I can see left in this area at this time?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
So we're gonna here, and well, Snapjaw, and actually, with everything dead, Alamir, do you drop the web? No.
He's not there, but I would assume yes.
Yep, we'll assume yes. And Snapjaw puts up a hand and it holds everyone back and steps forward and says, "Thank you. It is good. This is good timing. It seems that we are free, free now to enter. What awaits us on the inside? How many bullywugs are left?"
We would give a approximate number that we killed, because that we know. We don't necessarily know the total, although
We didn't know.
we know
there's
we
few
know how many
cultists.
died though. Yeah. Yeah. And to your point, cultists, we don't know.
And Spattergoo. Where is Spattergoo?
We would tell him where we last saw him, I guess. We knew where he ran to.
Into the dungeon. We must track him down. I must kill him. And
That's
then...
what Reddit.
What's that?
How convenient.
Yeah. Thank you. You have helped as you promised.
Yep.
My people are in your debt. And then Spot will move out of the way, and they'll begin filing in. All right. What do you guys do as they come in?
Well, now that we're following them, are we going with them? Because I thought we were going to go down to the dungeon originally, but then we stopped to do that. So I don't know. We don't know honestly what those our guards have done now at this time.
I would say yes. We go with them, either ahead or behind. Either way.
Okay. So
we should probably go ahead. If we're running the guards, we can feign the reason why I'm saying this is that we can feign the they broke through, blah blah blah, get behind them, and then we do a pincher.
Okay.
Pincer, whatever.
Yep. So you can be the pacer since you're the best talker, and I'll try to stay with you. I know Spot could be miles ahead of us, but that's not what we want at this time, right?
Right. So don't worry about moving yourself down. We'll do this narratively.
Okay.
I'm gathering everybody kind of up close, just so I have everyone's.
Raven is not dinner. Back off.
What?
Oh, Luna, when he's a big dog, I don't want him to eat the raven.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, the feathers, they get kind of like in your teeth and everything else, and they're just not good.
But they make more arrows.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. All right. Let's.
So this is going to help out Hef if we kill the raven.
And I can keep bringing them back. We got feathers forever. Don't worry.
Right? This is perfect.
All right.
You
It's
need
got
a
3
raven.
minutes left on the spell. Pump them off.
Yeah, you need a raven for small components. Here you go.
All right. 1 sec. I'm gonna do something here. This does not matter quite yet. I'm gonna move you guys over here. There you go. Why are you guys so small? Oh, because we were on the big map where we were doing quarter size. That's why. That's not helpful. All right. So let's get everybody to be the correct size. Hold on.
As mayor of Munchkin City and the council of the land of Oz, we welcome you most regally, but we have to verify it legally.
Okay,
I turn to my
and
right and look at the Tin Man.
It's
okay, that's pretty much it. So, what happens is you get to the bottom of the stairs. We'll just leave you like that for right now. And you look around the corner and you see. So this has been a couple minutes. So that's actually good, pretty good timing. So you see um, uh, the handful of bullywugs that went down with Spattergoo, and you see Farblick Spattergoo himself on the other side, and he's looking back at the water, and he hears and sees you all come down. And he goes, there they are! Oh, get them! Protect me! Don't let them get me! Kill them all! And
free action.
no, I'm going to remove all the turns, and we are going to remove all turns, clear list, and we're going to roll initiative again.
Damn.
Oh, I did have Snapjaw up over here. Look at that. There he is. Okay. Let me
The
get
one
rid
thing
of
I
that.
can do is roll initiative today.
You know, I roll pretty good for what I can do, and then you roll, and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
But I can roll initiative good, then I roll ones.
It's the wrong order, right? It would be
Yeah.
flip that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay if I have spell slots to roll high. Is if I go first, I can kind of do something right away. But without spell slots, it's kind of like, oh, thanks.
Okay, so now I've got him up. I just need to. Alright, I need to do this. I'm gonna put him over here. That's a little annoying, but that's gonna work. It's gonna have to work. Okay. What the heck? That's the first time that hasn't worked.
You got a hell of an initiative.
Yeah, but it didn't automatically add him. All right.
I was going to say, I'm not sure what you're trying to do there.
I was trying to have it automatically go in and initiative go in. It usually works, and it didn't. All right, so let's do these. Luna, Spot, and Hef. Okay. And then we're going to do our standard bullywugs. And we're also going to do these, even though you don't see any right now.
I see a giant frog.
And we're going to go ahead and do Snapjaw and the Lizard Men. Okay, Snapjaw. And the Lizard Man. That's going to be annoying. I'm going to, here, how many were there? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, there's like another 21. That's a lot. Okay, he's going to roll initiative. Okay, that should be everyone we need, I think. Let's go ahead and set that up. And as normal, Jinx, you're first.
I peek around the corner and I'm going to cast Enemies Abound onto the red guy.
Enemies Abound. What does that do?
How do you put that on there? Okay, you reach into the mind of the creature and you see, and you can see a force and make an intelligence saving throw. So it's going to do nothing if it makes an intelligence saving throw. If a creature automatically succeeds, if they're immune to being frightened, and on a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish between friend and foe regarding all enemies they can see as enemies until the end of the spell. Each time the enemy takes damage, they repeat the saving throw. Obviously, it ends on a success. Um, Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature to as a target, it must choose a creature at random from among the creatures it can see within the range of the attack, spell, or other ability in its use. If the a creature or enemy provokes an attack of opportunity from walking away from it, basically, the creature must make the attack roll on it.
Interesting. Okay. And you're doing
So
this
if
on.
it's using a melee weapon, it'll have to walk up and hit melee. If it's a spell, it'll have to randomly, take what's in range.
All right. So you're doing this on Spattergoo.
Yeah.
All right. And this is an intelligence saving throw, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, but not his worst stat, but whoa.
Oh. I don't have any spell slots to do anything else with that either because my spell slots are all gone. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then actually, I take that back. As a reaction of him making the spell, I do cast Silver Barbs to the spell slot.
Okay.
Basically, make him re-roll his save.
Okay. Nope, not this time. The exact opposite.
That was a giant frog, though.
Oh, you're right. That was a giant frog. Thank you. Wrong one. Spattergoo 9.
Either way, he's affected then.
Okay.
And then I look around the corner. I'm like, okay, just leave the spatter guy alone for a little bit. Catch the minions.
Yeah, and what's curious is that you don't see much of a change in his demeanor or behavior when the spell takes effect.
I just know if he's in charge, it's less likely they're going to hit him. So
awesome. Okay, it is his turn. So what happens?
Basically, if he wants to attack something, say he's using a longbow, as a for instance, technically he'd have to roll a random die between all the creatures within range. If he would be a melee kind of guy, he would run up and attack with a melee weapon. Basically, he can't attack anybody on purpose, any one particular person on purpose.
Okay, so I will tell you. So, and if he was going to cast a spell,
it would be on a random person, basically, within range. So it's a little more weird for a spellcaster, but at least it's something.
Still casts the spell, but it now becomes a random person in range instead of okay. Interesting. So
it's usually It's usually used on like paladins or somebody like a big knight kind of person that would run up there and then they would just start attacking their own friends because they're a melee thing. But I figure it kind of takes them out of a little out of combat or something. I don't know.
So Jinx, I need you to roll 2d8.
Great.
Because that's the number. That's close to the 2d8 minus 1 is close to the number of random people that he can see. Okay. And he was originally targeting Smock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So instead, he is now centering his spell right here on this bullywug.
Okay.
And he is casting Spike Growth. So I just, unfortunately, actually, or is it? I think we can do this. Let me just see here. Oh, right down here. Here we go. Spike Growth. Does this do it? I can just do this. Got it. All right. 20-foot radius, right? That's what I thought. 20-foot radius. Okay. Let's draw ourselves a beautiful little 20-foot radius on him. I think it goes like this.
Our druid pal has never cast spike growth, has he?
Yes, he did. When we were in the swamp with the turtle shell.
He did last
Okay.
time also.
Okay.
So it's going to be like that, but I'm going to move it like this. It's going to be like that. Okay. And actually, it really should be a circle, shouldn't it? Really should.
You would think, but at D&D world, it doesn't. It's a square, I think.
Yeah, I think that works the same, but here we go. There we go. It's not quite the same, but it's close. Actually, yeah, it is the same. Oh well. All right. So cast spike growth, and you see the spikes pop up out of the muddy, rocky terrain in the cavern. So just a little bit of additional information. So that's what you saw. You see this cavern, rough hewn, muddy, stone floor, the water, muddy water behind Spattergoo. It's very moist. It's very a lot of moisture in the air, and there is a fog, a dense fog that comes that seems to roll out of this opening just beyond and to the right over the water, and rolls in and heads upwards and heads up from there in that direction.
Can I use an Arcana to see if it's magical or if it's nature?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana if you'd like. It does not. It's tough to tell when it's, but it's not acting like magical fog.
Okay. It's just a rolling fog. Yeah.
Yep. And that was Spattergoo's turn. So Spot will run to the room and run around this bullywug. He'll run back here, and and he will attempt to hit him. So Spot. There we go. Unarmed strike. Or actually, hold on. He's not going to do that. Because he will do a Breath of the Dragon again. He has...
Yeah.
Because he has a few of those. How many does he have? This is a class feature. And he has Breath of the Dragon. This would be his last one. So he has one more that he can use. So he'll go ahead and do that. He'll do... So if he stops here, he can catch 1, 2, 3 in a 20-foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can catch from this one towards him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the bullywugs. And actually, I shouldn't. I forgot how it worked last time. The two, with the damage he did last time, the two who saved should not have automatically died. It's only if you fail your saving throw that the damage doesn't matter. So let's do the damage. This time, it's not going to matter if they save or not. Every single one of these here, I'm just going to, I think this guy, I'm going to move this guy out here. He's dead. And I'm just going to delete the rest of these. So once again, Spot spouts forward this cone coming out from his chest and hands as energy of electricity fans out from him, and the crackling energy bursts, tears apart each and every one of the bullywugs that it hits. Smock, your turn. Keep in mind, in that red circle is thorns, spike growth.
Okay, my attack.
Yep. So you run right up on Farblex. That hits.
All right.
He is wearing studded leather and carrying a shield. So 17. Ouch.
I will smite.
Okay. And he is bloodied on that first single blow. And as the blood begins to trickle out of the wound in his just to the left or just below his left shoulder blade, he staggers back half a step and says, "What is going on? Why you attack?"
I say nothing, and I swing.
Okay,
16 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. And then I do smite again.
Okay. Yep.
And then I do the butt action. If I can find it here. There.
I do believe he has concentration saves and everything else to everything dropped that he probably will live to anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna wait and see if he actually lives.
Only a 12.
Oh, that misses.
Okay.
All right, so
Very good.
let's do his con saves. He is good with con saves. That should be, so that first one, it was, here's a good question. Does it, I guess it is, it's total damage on the single attack, and that should count.
For each swing.
Right, so, but that would also count the Divine Smite.
Yes.
So that is 30, so a 15, so that does not make it. So that first hit dropped the spike growth.
Okay. My turn complete.
All right. And now it is Snapjaw's turn. Snapjaw, goes rushing between Hef and Jinx, and rushing down the steps, stops, sees Spattergoo standing there at the water's edge, dazed, confused, bleeding from 2 huge wounds in his torso. And Snapjaw throws a javelin. A steel tipped javelin, for that matter. There we go. Javelin. Oh! Yes. Throws the javelin. It pierces the belly of Snapjaw, of Farblex Spattergoo, but does not drop him completely. So Spattergoo is barely standing, knees knobbly, and Snapjaw, believe, throws a second javelin. Throws a second javelin and hits. And Spattergoo. It hits Spattergoo directly in the chest, and he goes and throws him back into the water,
He
and
spatters.
Spattergoo begins sinking. The blood seeping out of his body, spreading out within the dark waters, and his corpse begins sinking under the water. And Snapjaw yells out a cry of victory. Luna and Hef. So we're not even going to worry about this. The last two bullywugs are taken down as the rest of the party comes and does their attacks. The other lizard folk come down and they have and Snapjaw takes a couple of steps in, heaving heavily and with just bursting with joy, and says, "Yes, that is perfect. Now the wet ones will all flee into the swamp. Thank you all for your help. There are more here, and there are many giant frogs of breeding grounds further in here. What is there something we can help you all with? What are your goals now?"
This is just in group chat, group talking. I think this was our only purpose at this castle.
Yes.
To liberate and allow the lizardmen to be there.
Well, yeah, they're allies now, but don't we want to make sure that
There were a lot of goods going into the basement, I believe, and they've been leaving. So there's something to investigate, I think, if I remember right, that we need to find whatever is teleporting or moving or somehow going down the river stuff. Is what
we gotta find the teleportation circle so Alamar can copy it all down.
Is that okay?
That
is our group goal.
Well, besides the group goal of finding out where the teleportation circle is, there has to be a crap load of stuff somewhere.
Yes.
Now that we're looking at the DM's map,
Yeah.
There has to be a crap load of stuff somewhere. Now, did that fog move, Tom? Or is it still...
Oh, no, it's still going. So that fog rolls...
Almir's going to come up here and, or go over here and see where it's coming from so you can see down the...
So it is just simply... So when you look... Whoops. Command Z.
Yeah, I'm up in the north.
So, yeah, the fog rolls in and rolls further to the north.
But does it have an ending? Is it like a cloud, or is it a continuous fog roll?
It's a continuous fog roll. So when you look back into that room...
Well, I wasn't looking in the room. I was trying to look down here to see where it came from.
Right, but that's what I mean when I say that room.
Okay.
It looks
drag?
like there is... So you see... the water, and you can hear, now that you're not in combat anymore, the bubbling of water, and water rushing and bubbling into some space further into that cavern that's back there, and creating this mist that condenses and creates this fog that fills that room and then rolls out.
Almer wants to go check it out.
Okay, you'd have to swim in the water.
Okay.
Or walk on the water, or fly, or whatever you want to do.
Can I make a tensor's disc and then just push myself out? No.
I mean,
How deep is the water?
walls.
How deep is the water?
Standing
like
at the edge, it is deep, and the water.
Oh, so it drops off. Okay.
The water. It looks from here. It's muddy. It's pretty dirty, muddy water, but it's probably at least be around 12 to 15 feet deep at least.
Now I'm going to ask Snapjaw, what's that other room, and why is there so much water coming from? Is it waterfall? Is it rapids? Is it bubbling
It's
up? Is it falling down?
it
He's been here.
it is source of water. My people believe it is an underground river that feeds the this area and the lake where they breed the frogs.
Okay. So it's just a freshwater cavern, basically. At least that's what he's saying.
Yep.
And the next thing I poke up to everybody, I go, this is supposedly a dungeon down here, too. Correct, Snapjaw?
The caverns continue, and up in the direction the fog flows. It goes into a room where there is a drop, and there is a we were told it is called a crane, and we work the wooden wheel and lower crates down to the next area, and then further along there it branches left and right and straight, and you go right and you will find the cavern where we take the shiny treasures.
Is there anywhere down here where your people are jailed, celled, held?
I do not think so. No one who has worked down here has ever gone missing.
Okay.
So why are you guys all going down that way?
So they work
They're
this crane.
they're on the stairs. They're on the stairs.
I'm just saying.
Alamir's up for searching this place.
I feel like we need to just clear it out, just make sure we're doing due diligence to make sure there's nothing else baddies laying around or whatever. Yeah, and we still, had to take those underlining issues.
Okay. So, all right. So where are you going next? What's the plan?
Furthering, not going up here as far as I know. Find that little craney thing.
Okay. Snapjaw, he says, yes, that is the way. Just I must take my people back up and free any that are perhaps fighting up above. Make sure that the rest of the bullywugs. And at that moment, as he's talking, a bullywug and a frog come pop up out of the water right here in the pool. And the frog comes out first and hops up on the ground and is looking around, and the bullywug swimming up behind him looks around, sees Spattergoo floating in the water, and immediately disappears back into the water again. And the frog looks around and hops back in after him. And they swim down and disappear into the muddy water.
Doesn't Luna have a javelin of lightning?
No, Luna doesn't.
Okay. Wondering if
Luna took the that really cool studded leather armor.
Gotcha. Almir says we should still march on, still clear this place. What does Mock want to do? Yeah, you're here. Okay, there you go. Mock's going too.
Mock, Spock,
Come on, Hef.
Hef, and
All right.
don't forget your Raven.
That's right. I got Raven. He's right there.
All right.
Caw.
And yep, and Snapjaw and the rest, they'll go upstairs.
Are Snapjaw and the rest going to go after those the bullywug and the frog?
No.
Okay.
if you asked him about it, he just shrugged his shoulders and said, without the shaman, they are nothing. They will flee. They will not fight now. So those who do not know that the shaman is dead must be told or shown their weakness now up above. All right. So you continue. There's stairs the stairs head down into the next
anything on
cavern.
that body of the shaman?
What's that? Oh,
Anything on the body of the shaman?
so there's the body of the shaman. Yeah, spatter goo doesn't have anything really of. Whoops, there's spike growth. I was trying to close it. He wears just a hodgepodge of pieces of armor, and the hat that is a made from a dead alligator. He has a staff, and the staff looks kind of interesting, but it's not really worth anything. He has interesting like fetishes and you know animal teeth and stuff like that on him.
It's in the third left toe.
Yeah, things made of like beads of glass and stuff like that. Things
about,
things that are very tribal, non-worldly group of creatures that lived in the swamp and never had any connection to civilization would think was unique and different and probably valuable. It's valuable,
But it's not.
but it's not. Yeah.
Any books, journals?
No, but that's an interesting question. So, from last week when you weren't here, Jinx, you remember when you killed Borngray? Borngray was inscribing a spell from a scroll into a spell book. And Jinx, I know you picked the scroll up. Did you also pick the spell book up?
Yeah, we were picking a spell book up because we were going to give it to Alamar at some point when we found him again.
So
I remember right. That was the idea behind it, I believe, because it's a spell book.
So
I mean, he's a bookworm.
technically, Luna was with you, or I mean, Alamir was with you. So, Alamir, if you go into, let's see, edit. If you go into the general handouts area,
Okay.
I am adding Alamir. You now see Drowmore Borngray's spellbook.
Got it. Okay.
And the scroll jinx is also known. Now it's been so long. It's been 2 weeks. Last week I remembered what the scroll was.
Fireball.
No, it's not Fireball. You already have
True
Fireball.
Resurrection.
Yeah,
Wish.
Wish, yeah.
yeah, that's it. Hold on.
I wish our entire group has resistance to all elements.
That's all you wish for? That's actually pretty powerful,
Well,
but
No, I know. But actually, you can't do everybody at one shot anyway.
Right.
But the thing is, though, you could technically do that, and it could be cursed, and it means all elements, but you have resistance to healing as well. Because the devil's in the details, and some people don't like to give the wish exactly what's how it's supposed to be.
okay. It was somewhere. I'd have to go find. I have a whole list. I have a spell list. Where did my spell list go? Oh, it's right here on my desktop. Hold on. I got it. Right here.
I think it was just a spell scroll of heal.
No, it was Blight, which is actually still really good. Yes, so the scroll was a scroll of Blight. And then do you see the spell book, Elamir? Awesome. Okay. All right. Back to the dungeon. So as you come into this room, you see up ahead, at about right here in the center, a crane hanging. Oh, it's a wooden crank-powered crane that's been set up for lowering heavy crates down to this area down here. It's about a 15-foot drop as you get up there. So I'm gonna, whoops, let's get rid
More
of.
importantly, we see those individuals.
Yes, so you
the
get up
distance.
there. Yes, you get up there, and you do in fact see, on the other side down here, you see a group of kobolds. And as they see you, one of them actually sees you. There was two watching that direction, including a winged kobold, three actually, and the winged kobold hovers up into the air, and behind them all, you see from your vantage point this this relatively large bright blue-skinned kobold, and he is very muscular. Like you've never seen a kobold this muscular, and he slowly draws this large great sword off of his back, and he does this like Conan-esque move, and he's looks like he's giving orders, and you see the kobolds make a line with the two winged kobolds in the back, and they're just standing there seemingly waiting for you.
Don't stand over there! Get over here! Help! It's the guy we just killed.
Spattergoo.
Get over here and help Spattergoo! The lizardmen are coming!
What do you say that in?
I will say it in Draconic, but you know, if they don't understand me, they're too far away to make them understand. So that's why I say
Where-
it in Draconic.
Okay. Everybody, go put yourselves where you might be. So I'm gonna put here Spot and Luna, kind of like Luna will go on the other side of the thing. Hef standing back here with Elamir as he's been told to do. And you see the kobold in the back. I don't think. Nope. Good. See, he yells out, "Oh, we know you are not. We don't take orders from you. You are not to go any further. Go back upstairs."
I yell down back toward this way, and I go, Spattergoo! They're being twits! or whatever.
They're not obeying your commands. You better come whip them into shape. Yep.
Any reaction at all?
Nope, no reaction at all. And as you're watching, I need to add these. You see from the stairs beyond, and also right here from around this corner, I need to find the tokens, but you see there's 2 more kobolds come up, and each of them has a okay. I cannot find them. Where are they? Get rid of that. Go this. Right here, a guard drake. So they each have a guard drake with them. What are you doing?
I said what I said, and I was walking back, like, like I'm like, still yelling stuff out down this hallway.
Okay. Yep, and they're just watching you. I'm going to do it this way.
I'm too low in spell slots to do much of anything else, guys.
There we go. Guard drakes. And they begin moving through, so that now there's these 2 guard drakes that they set up right in the front. What are you doing? They're just standing there waiting for you, creating a blockade.
I cast Cave In, making the entire surface completely cave in and blocking this area off completely forever. Yeah, no.
I look at Smog and I say, after you.
Yeah. Spot says, "Well, if only I hadn't already used my last
Breath.
yeah, my last breath of the dragon."
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
I can web them all.
Little bit of an out of game discussion here. So the options would be run away, help the lizard folk do whatever they're doing upstairs, try to figure out how to do a long rest, and then come back down.
Mm-hmm.
Or we press ahead, knowing our friendly yakety yacker bardman has nothing other than cantrips and a positive attitude. What do you have as far as spells, slots?
Well, I open up my chest and I look at my scorecard. I've got a first level. I have first level on all my cantrips. Plus, I can do Wand of Sleep and all that.
Oh,
That's
is your wand of sleep a multi or is it a single
it's
target?
individual.
It is individual.
But all these guys are pretty much mooks, except for the
Mm-hmm.
the
Well, are we sure?
two front guys. What
'cause
color
you
are
said-
they?
You
Tom?
said the kobolds were more muscular, which tells me they
No,
might be
no, the one in
turbo
back, the single one.
Just the leader. So you have plenty of time to evaluate them. You guys know the guard drakes are tough.
Right.
They are not mooks. And
But-
this guy in the back, the muscular kobold, who
that we can't see.
stands a full head and a half above the shoulders of the rest of them, is probably a little tougher too.
What does Spot have left of key points?
He has 2 key points left.
Is that half or a quarter of what he normally has? I don't know how many he gets.
He gets 1 per level, so that's 5. He has used 5 of his 7.
And then
And he has, what else does he have? So he has only 2 key points left. Yeah. And he can use his Step of the Wind. He can do, if he does Step of the Wind, he can do his wings and fly. So he could fly to the back to try to take the leader out, or at least maybe engage with the winged kobolds. But that's all he has left are those.
how about Luna?
That's a good question. Luna has.
Because he burned quite a bit last time.
He did, but he still has a 4th level, a 3rd level, 2 second level, and 3 first level slots.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Yeah, he's.
Mind you, he spent most of his time wild shape, so he doesn't really cast.
Actually,
Not last time.
Not last time, yeah.
He still has his. So that still gives him polymorph. Actually, tidal wave, which could be really good in this instance. His call lightning. Yeah, spike growth.
Actually, he's got a whole bunch that could be quite helpful.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. What I'm hearing is we take the gamble and rush forth, unless you want. We have him do the lightning or the spike growth, then the lightning, maybe.
Actually, he says, let's do something different this time. And he begins casting a spell.
And should we rush forth or wait for you to go? Or wait?
He's doing it right now, but
Yeah.
let's go ahead and open turn order, and let's just have everyone.
So he goes first, and then we do turn order?
Yes, he's going to cast, and then we're going to go turn order.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. And remember, it's a 15-foot drop.
I'll be bringing up the rear.
Spot.
Straight down or slide down?
It's straight down. It's a 15-foot drop. Now you can
Acrobat drop.
There is a rope to slide down because the mechanism for the crane mechanism is down right now.
Gotcha. Okay, so you could use that to guide you.
I think this is spot. No, we don't need spot. We need hef. There we go. Let's go ahead and do these.
Apparently Jinx is going first again.
That's like we'd be surprised if he wasn't, right?
You're not wrong.
It's the natural order of things. Jinx in the lead.
It is the way.
Yes.
It is.
Yes, this is the way.
You know, it only happens this way because I don't have any spell slots to work with to do anything I really want to do with a high-endish.
It's the teasing factor. Like, oh, if only you had spells. Oh, well. Actually,
All right, you're going to see this guy's name now. I don't think I have it on here. He's just going to roll normal. I'm just going to roll normal. So you're not going to see the name, which is fine. Nope. Not
So
gonna...
what color are the kobolds? Are they all red?
No,
You said
it's
the
a
two winged
spattering.
ones are
So
blue.
the leader is blue. The one wing kobold is red. The other is white, and the rest of them are a smattering of green and red, and one black. So let's get descending, and yes, we have Jinx first.
Well, his spell goes off, right?
Correct. I'm sorry. So what Luna does is he is going to cast, use his last level 3 spell slot to cast Tidal Wave. So that is, so it's up to 120 feet away, so he can start it right here in front of the 2 guard drakes. It's 10 feet wide and up to 30 feet long. So he is going to hit everyone except for the wing kobold and the kobold on the bottom. So he's going to hit.
I mean, technically he could center it on this one. You got the center of this one and the center of this. Never mind.
Yep, you're absolutely right. So he can hit all of them because the 2 wing kobolds are not hovering that high. They're only like 5 feet in the air. And this is a 10-foot high tidal wave, so he's going to hit every single one of them. All right, and his tidal wave is going to be that's actually really good. 17 damage. So at 17 damage, it actually doesn't matter what all of these kobolds in the middle and the winged kobolds, whether they make their saves or not. They're all just bludgeoned into pulp by this tidal wave. The two guard drakes. This is a dex save, I think. Dex 15. There's a miss and a miss from the two guard drakes, so they're going to take the full 17. And I believe they fall prone, and they're knocked prone. Yes. And then kobold in the back also takes the full and is knocked prone. All right. And then it is Jink's turn.
I will go up to here and will catch Vicious Mockery in this one. Basically dissing him for falling flat on his face.
Mm-hmm.
DC 16 to save. This is save or suck.
Wisdom save, right. 1. I think he missed it.
Yep, so he takes 7 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. Ouch. See him, he whines. This high-pitched whine comes out of this stocky guard drake. This very uncharacteristic noise.
As a bonus action, I laugh hysterically, hopefully demoralizing them. I know that doesn't do anything.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Sure. Okay.
That's not bad. The guard drakes are pretty much immune to it, but we're gonna roll for somewhere I have this guy set up too. I thought for sure I did. I will well, I'm just gonna roll this here. This is not the actual. He gets more pluses in this. Not that many though. So you see lying on the ground the leader in the back is looking up and up on one elbow and sees you laughing and gets this very upset, angry look on his face. All right. And it's his turn. So he is going to stand up. Yeah, and he looks around at all the dead bodies. And he is going to do this. Yeah, and he's going to do this. And he is going to yell out to the guard drakes, and he is going to
They aren't there anymore.
Huh?
No. Instead, I yelled out to the kobolds. I was like, they're not there anymore. Okay.
No, the guard drakes. I do believe, right? You do that. That's what I thought. And he is going to rush forward and down and out of sight. Yep, and then the guard drakes, whose turn it is next, go turn and rushing after him. And they're no longer inside of you. All right. And we're just going to clear that.
To go along with that, I yell back. Sorry.
Nothing. I was just sliding down, doing like a Marvel slide down the thing with it.
Oh, okay. I yell back to
Yeah, what's his name?
what was his name? Not Snapjaw.
Yeah, Funnel Buddy.
Yeah.
You can to Spattergoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spattergoo. I yell back to Spattergoo like, "Hey, Spattergoo, you're right. They do fall down like little goblins or whatever."
Nice. All right.
Basically, I'm going to keep the story going, so, you know.
Just in case.
Without being in the middle of combat, it's easy for everyone to make it down to the bottom. And you get further down and you see... So it's exactly as Snapjaw explained to you. That you have reached a kind of fork in the road. It goes straight and actually goes down some steps, turns to the left, and you can see it opens into a large cavern. And you do see, actually, Smock, you do see with your vision that the one bullywug that you had seen pop out of the water before, and several frogs just kind of up sitting around on this beach, on this island in the middle of the water. A couple of islands.
Okay. The one straight down is not the one that the Cobalt ran. They went down the stairs.
No, he ran down that way towards the lake.
Down here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He did.
Then I'm going to proceed forward unless somebody says something.
Okay. You head down that way, and you do not see the kobold and the guard drakes, but you do see some more of... I think, are these on here? Nope, they're not. They're just kind of hiding. So let me just bring them out. Yeah, you do see some more of the frogs just kind of sitting around out in these areas, and they're kind of hopping around and just kind of, some of them just kind of laying about, and others. And as you watch, you see a group of bullywugs pop up out of the water here and begin to talk to the one that you had seen before. And they all come up and they're talking. Are you
Okay. I go back and walk back up, and then I tell them what I saw.
Yeah, they didn't see you.
Okay. And then just tell the team that's what I saw. My guess is if we leave them alone, they're not going to do much without a leader. But that's at least what head lizard dude, Spike Jaw or something. That's what he told us. And so, do we want to continue on, or what do you want to do?
I think we should at least look the rest of the ways then, believe that to be accurate.
As in, look more here?
As in this way. As we're going forward, down this way, and then this way.
Okay.
You know?
Up and to the right first?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter, honestly. It's just, stairs.
Okay.
Don't want to to go stairs because you never know where that's going to go.
So, as you look into this area,
you see a bloodstain or something?
No. It's like red mud.
Or it's a creature. Like this is a tail and this is the whatever. Or it's a sideways elephant kind of thing with this is the trunk. I don't know.
So as you're looking into this cave, you see the mist partially fills this cave, making it and just lightly obscuring the side of the walls, and of a teleportation circle on the ground. And and inscribing into a book off to the side, you see Asbara Joss. Looks like he's trying to do something. And as you walk in, I'm assuming not attempting to be quiet.
Oh no. No. In fact, I go, Esbara, good friend, how are you?
Oh, you have all made it. So everything went well up top?
Reasonably well, yeah.
Good.
There's that now.
This is I'm trying to figure. I know that this circle goes. Actually, let me switch into his voice. Yes, I know that this circle goes somewhere. It takes things somewhere. I believe far to the east, as I've said before. But I do not. It is not a normal teleportation circle. It is some type of an activation, some type of perhaps it is words you speak, or something you do, or an item, but I cannot get it to work.
Anima, you want to take a look?
Yes.
So, Alamar, if you want to inspect, go ahead and do an Arcana check. Yeah, it's just what Esbara just mentioned. It is some type of transportation, circle.
But it's not a normal teleportation circle.
Right. And it does look like there's something else that has to be done to activate it.
Do I know?
No, you don't.
Okay. Can I copy it down?
Yeah, absolutely.
So does Esbara know? I guess I'll ask Esbara. Esbara, do you know who was coming or going from here, and who was typically coming to this circle? Who were was it Resmir only? Was he the only one in and out, or did he not lead, to and from this? Or what do you know about this circle?
I know in the past, Resmir, I know he used it to travel wherever it goes. He did use it to travel himself. But he never took me with him. I was always coming to visit from Waterdeep, and went back. I've only been here once before, to be perfectly truthful. I simply don't know that much, and was not given details about it from Borngray or Resmir himself.
I'm assuming that this is out of character. I'm assuming we looted Borngray and Resmir before we came here.
You took what you found on, but you did not.
Personal bodies stuff.
Their personal bodies? No, actually, the only thing that was on Resmir was the greatsword, and you didn't take it.
Okay. Wondering maybe the greatsword does something. Maybe activation key type thing.
It opens up the Bifrost.
Wait, look for it. Oh, wait, there's a slit right in the middle of that circle. Wait.
Okay. All right. So there's no nothing. All we see is a circle in the floor.
Yep. That's all you see is that same circle. Yep. It's just that's it. It's just this. It's just the markings, and they glow faintly. It's obviously magical. That's all that's there.
What did they say?
They're arcane symbols for various things. It's definitely common to teleportation. They're not actually saying a message. I mean, they're definitely focused on conjuration magic, which is conjuration is primarily what is used in teleportation.
Not Alamir's cup of tea.
Oh, can make you some tea.
So,
Well, jot down what you want to jot down, Alamar, and we'll go look on the area really quick. Maybe we'll find some other evidence. Look at this puddle.
Good one.
it's yeah. You look. It's just discolor. It's just red rock, a vein of red rock that's been bored through when the cave was created.
You know, it sounds like a sacrifice or something that was used.
No.
Okay.
And then we move on.
Before we move on, we look over, go over to Joss's, right next to him, and just kind of peek over his shoulder really quick to see what he wrote down in his book.
He has sketched exactly what Alamir did, in terms of making an outline, an image with all the symbols on a piece of parchment, with little you can see little minor notes on the sidelines. And actually, you know what? You can't read what he wrote. You see the image, but you can't read the language because he's writing in Thayan.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Who's the better artist drawer? Is it him or is it Alamir?
Well, that is a good question. That's a reasonable question.
Who seemed to get a better, rendition of the actual thing?
Here, you want to roll a performance, Alamir? Yeah, definitely Asbara. Given his age and experience that it makes sense that he's probably very adept at writing arcane symbols. He has many more years of experience than Alamir.
Okay.
And he's like, well, perhaps the answer is somewhere upstairs, in the rooms of study for Resmir and Borngray. Borngray in particular was a wizard of some ability. Perhaps he has notes explaining how it works. So I shall go begin looking around and see what's going on upstairs. See what kind of chaos may be ensuing. Are you all coming, or I will see you later again?
I think we go ahead and join them this time. What do you guys think?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
Sure. I get over here. You said we're going back up, so I was getting over here, and it's like, but what's down there?
You look down there. Make a religion check.
Ooh.
Religion.
You just in glancing down there, you see what looks like a hodgepodge shrine of religious items and paraphernalia, and it is you see elements of Shandar, or I'm sorry, Ganadar, the god of slimes, Shar, the goddess of shadows, things that might be other lesser known deities or spirits. All of them put together with no real rhyme or reason or understanding of their true meaning. But it definitely is a constructed shrine of some sort.
Before Joss goes up further, it's like, do you know if anybody's down there? Because we never did see the other people go or actually disappear, so I feel like we still need to look there.
I've only been down here once before. I was told that is a like a private place for Spattergu. The shaman spent much time down there.
I slowly start walking down.
Okay.
Would you like to join us on the walk down?
Sure. Why not?
I will kind of look through at the stuff that's the displays and such, and as we were looking around, I kind of pick things up and I just kind of drop them on the ground. And I'm like, oh, they got this all wrong. Any of this stuff? Do you know which one Spattered Goose was?
Which one? What?
Which display Spattered Goose was?
They're all it. So you see little carvings along in little niches in the walls. Like things are just set out all over the place. Like this whole room is made up as a shrine. But
oh my god, look at that.
You could see where one could worship in here, but whatever was being worshipped, there was no coherency. Nothing really would made sense in terms of any one deity. You wouldn't
look at that 3,000-pound statue out of solid platinum of Bahamut right there.
That's it.
I kind of glance around the corner here just to make sure that there's nothing.
So in that room down there, it is you see a mud covered. Basically, there's a lot of mud. You see a very almost luxurious down in this lower right hand corner, almost like a luxurious mud pit with lots of soft gooey mud.
Where he like to spend his time.
And on the other side, in the center over here, you see a mud-covered chair and a reading table with a box of candles and a wooden chest.
We'll walk over there and take a peek.
Okay.
I'll look at the chest for a trap just for giggles.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Yes. So while it's pretty obvious that the lock itself is not engaged, the chest within the hasp, there is some type of mechanism that presses down through the front. Looks like it presses through the front of the chest, and as you look at the bottom edge of the chest against the floor, you notice that there is a semicircle of a like a stone that can be depressed into the floor, that like would be pressed down.
So can I determine how to disarm it?
Yeah, you can. Seeing it, you can flip. There's a simple outer wheel, a covering to kind of like how how to describe this. So there is a circular covering around the lock mechanism that can be turned to disengage the hasp connection to that trap. You turn it counterclockwise and it releases the connection.
I would do so.
Yep, and you hear the click and are able to open the chest safely.
Awesome. What's inside of it?
Inside, okay.
And then I cast precipitation on the chair, cleaning all the mud off the chair.
Yes, so you clean the mud off the chair. So inside are 2 spell books. Wizard spell books. They're arcane spell books.
I will pick the books up and I just throw them in the bag of holding. And I look for anything else in there, false bottoms, anything like that junk.
Yeah, you look around and you find nothing. That's all that was in there.
Okay. I reach around and I grab a couple of random stuff and I just throw it in there just for shits and grins.
Okay.
And then I reclose the door and I turn the little thing, re-engage the trap, and then I'm like, okay,
All right.
we'll worry about that stuff later. I was hoping to find notes or something else if there's any other junk like that, but this works. So no clues to see what the teleportation circle would have been worked with or used with or whatever.
No. Nope. None whatsoever. There's just these 2 books. You do find so there is a little drawer in the desk, and inside is some you see used like pieces of parchment that looks like they were crumpled up and then straighten and try to flatten out, and they're written on one side with like lists of like a inventory of food and spice and stuff like that, and on the back side are these very coarse rough notes written in broken pigeon common that seem like they're talking about trying to decipher what how the magic in the books work. So it looks like Spattergoo was trying to figure out how to cast these spells or how to work them out.
Gotcha. I take the note regardless, and I'll throw in the bag of holding with the other stuff, and I look around, just take one more, gander around, and he said there's nothing real of any value. It's just all junk, basically, that he gathered together to make
Yep.
His home, basically.
Exactly. Yes.
Not much in there at all. I was hoping to find some evidence of your teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
Though it is unlikely that the shaman would have that knowledge. They would never have given it to him. Even Borngray talked about to me privately, never openly in front of Rezmir, how he always wished that he could have given greater status to the lizard folk, thinking they would have been better protectors than the bullywugs. But he would never have trusted the shaman with such knowledge. I would imagine they would not have been happy to know he had that he had these spell books. Just the glance I got at the what you pulled out, those are worth a good amount of interest from anyone such as Alamir and myself.
Oh, first instance is to make sure that the individuals that own them are still alive somewhere.
So can Waggle Fingers kind of share their books and learn from each other and compare and contrast what their capabilities are, or is that something that you can't do?
Oh
I
no!
ask as-
Oh,
as
certainly.
Yeah.
That is absolutely possible. It just simply takes materials and time, quite a bit of time, depending on the level of the magic.
It looked like Born Grey had some knowledge in that, and it looks like he had materials. Is there enough materials up in the tower that you two could maybe share some information and kind of help each other's knowledge out?
I'm sure there is something there, but again, it takes a good amount of time.
Got it.
All right. So what's the plan? Are you guys going back out now, or are you going to do some more exploration down here?
Well, Smock said that the going downstairs or going down into the here, there was no point. Unless we want to go take a quick gander, because he said they want to attack, we could probably just walk right by them. But that's kind of up to Smock, because Smock knows most about that.
Well, the only thing I'll say on that is if we want to just be thorough and clean them out, but I think it might, I mean, there's always a little bit of loot, always a little bit of that, but they are inherently towards the evil side of things, so I wouldn't mind cleaning them out. But mission critical is trying to figure out how to get that teleportation circle. I highly doubt Bullywugs will have anything, any knowledge that's helpful.
Well, when you were down there, was it just a room? That's all that's in the room? Was there,
Big cave, bunch of water, looked like some islands and other stuff, frogs and bullywugs, and they didn't look aggressive.
There was no way out of the room besides this entrance?
I'd have to go look again.
Do you mind if I just run down here and peek?
Yeah, go.
I just, just for sake of what we would see. Okay.
So when you go down there,
there's
actually, I'm going to delete these. You see a couple of I don't know why
we do see ways out though.
Yeah, you see other ways out, and you see a bunch of like all the frogs are now like just kind of laying out on the islands here, just kind of like you're underground in the darkness, but they're like sunbathing, just relaxing.
Ooh. If we only know how to cast insect swarm to feed them all.
Kill them by distending their bellies.
As we see the room, it's like, well, this has a lot of possibilities. I would recommend that we would actually go down and try to at least explore this ring. I don't think he's going to go for a swim, but if he went anywhere, he probably would have went this way if you think that's where he went. Or you think he went down this direction.
Don't know.
Yeah. You didn't see. You haven't seen him since he left the intersection.
And we gave him plenty of time as a head start.
Yep. Exactly.
So I put my hand on your shoulder, then I'm on your 6, and ask you, kind of like, so what you think?
Well, what does Alamir think in this scenario? Go with Asbara to go upstairs and try to find whatever might be the trigger for that, or be thorough and explore here.
Alan is all into the being thorough.
Okay. I do want to say the fact that there is a huge thing that makes me kind of think there's something there. There's a number 7 I see on the floor.
And remember, you can always put your head underwater and breathe if you want to look under the water.
Sweet. All right. So we tell Asbara we're thinking about just exploring here, and if he wishes to remain with us, that's great.
He may not. They might not. The lizardman may not know that he's part of. He's okay, so he may kind of have to.
True.
Or else there might be some troubles upstairs.
Oh, that 7 is supposed to be on the GM layer. There we go.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just saw a 7. I'm like, why is there a 7 there?
There's nothing to see
Well,
here.
it's Cobalt Press, not it wasn't my error.
So there's kobolds down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you think the one got so buff?
nice. All right. Yeah, I'm okay. Let's do the dungeon crawl. Then.
Because
Just
7,
be
8, 9.
thorough.
I tell you what, let's kind of speed this up.
Yeah.
The rest of this down here, like I'm gonna do this. Hold on, because
Yeah, you do you.
let's do this. Dungeon dynamic lighting off. Save.
Hey.
So, yes. So what you find is this whole cavern in the middle. That is really just breeding grounds for frogs, giant frogs, and there's like a whole bunch more in the back.
Oh, dude. He ran around that way, making us go this way, so he ran upstairs.
So yes, and down this way. Let me see. Let me go back down here. So down there is. This is an empty chamber that goes into here, where there's just swarms of centipedes living in the mud and refuse that's been thrown into the room. And then there is this huge mud room in here that it looks like it's just this whole room looks like water was specifically brought in here to make just tons of thick sticky mud.
So it's
Down
the spa room.
What's that?
It's the spa room.
Yeah, it's the spa room. And down here is a small little pool where the water, where it's just filled with water. There's nothing but this pool of water down there.
Okay.
Though when you're there, anyone who's looking at the edge of the pool, make a perception check.
Considering all the stuff that's been in the water, I think we pretty much all would be have looked. Words are hard.
Here, I will of the tonight's NPCs, I will only roll for Spot, since that's his job. Nope, he doesn't see anything. So Jinx, looking in the water, what you do notice is you see tiny little like tadpoles. You spot 2 tiny little tadpoles swimming, and then they disappear into the murky water. And they were tiny. You are familiar enough, especially since you all had a bullywug friend growing up, to know that those are probably baby bullywugs.
We could turn this all into ice.
We'd have enough drinks forever. Ice cold drinks.
Yeah, with extra tadpoles.
Uh-huh.
You. Okay, so we can kind of ignore that part, I guess. But is there any like footprints that we could have seen on the ground that we would have noticed? Since this place isn't really that well kept.
Sorry, I was just seeing if one of those is from Luna. What's that?
Was there any footprints and everything else that we were going through here and everything else seeing? So we have a pretty good idea that he went this way probably, or he went down here into the pool of
Yeah, Luna finds the prints and says, yeah, that the kobold and the drakes passed recently through here into the mudroom. So they definitely went around. We're going around back to the entrance.
Yeah. Well, I run into the lizard men, and hopefully the lizard men didn't or end up taking them all out.
All right.
We would have, if we would have seen the centipedes here, we would have probably, I know I would have probably just been like, yeah, either dimension going across or I'm just going to go around.
So, and just to make it easy, so, well, actually, you do notice, like on both on this side of the room, there are unlit torches on the wall, which seems kind of strange since that's all that's there and it's right before the room. So if you light a torch, the centipedes like move as far away from it as possible and let you pass through without being
Well, that's easy.
attacked. Yes, it's very easy. All right. And were you going to, the only other place to check out would be this, the room, this area up here, where the water comes in and creates the mist? Would you have checked that out? You'd have to like swim to get in there.
I'm not going to swim in there, but if somebody wants to swim in there or water walk or whatever they're going to do, they can have at it.
Anybody? Bueller? Or you guys, here, I'm going to put everybody back down there. Or
I know there's one person who was talking about, going swimming, but that's not me.
Yeah, Eleanor, you going to go in there?
What the heck?
Okay, so Alamir, you go in there. And
Oh, look at that. Even got a friend.
yes, so you guys go in there. And you see, and there's nothing in the room. It's very lots of moisture, condensation all over the walls and the rocks on the ground, and you don't see anything of note. And when you get right there, Alamir, you are surprised by a gray ooze.
Gray ooze. Ooze.
So we're just going to make this really simple narratively. You're probably only going to get one attack, and then you guys are going to kill it. Let's see if it hits you with its bludgeoning attack. So where is its attack? Pseudopod.
16 to hit.
Wait, I just want to make sure I turn my whisper off so you guys can see my rolls. And here we go. Oh, and you're not wearing metal, so all right, here we go. Pseudopod, a 21. It hits you for 3 bludgeoning and 2 acid damage. But you're not wearing metal armor, so that's not going to corrode any metal so you take the 5 points of damage, and then you guys tear it apart.
Oh no, oh mon cher frere. I'm going to absorb elements, and I'm going to absorb that.
Okay, you want to absorb the
so that I can hit it with
the 1 point of acid. You want to save 1 point of acid damage? Go for it. Go for
I
it.
want to be able to do this spell.
Got it. Use your reaction. You absorb.
I hold all of his acid damage, and I turn around, and now I have to actually hit him with like something melee.
Yes.
So let me see if I can actually hit with something melee. Yes.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
So 6 plus 1, 7 points of damage.
7 points. Yeah, and it's a mook, so you take it apart. You kill it.
So here,
It's
took my
gone.
2 points of damage.
I
just
didn't
wanted
even
to use
know
that spell.
I didn't even know you owned a dagger.
I
Wow.
do, 2 of them.
Wow. Impressive. Alamir.
Awesome.
You're lucky I didn't pull out the quarterstaff. Or if you've been hiding that, I'm not telling you. All right, quick little prestidigitation, so he and I are now nice and dry. Do we find anything in here besides a dead gray ooze?
No, because this ooze has been in
Okay.
yeah.
He was lonely. Got it. So we come back out over here.
He might occasionally be able to. He would go out and he'd feed on, giant frogs, bullywugs. Let me get rid of him.
Whatever.
Yep.
Got it.
So nothing else to search for? Nothing?
You do see like whenever he would kill the bullywugs, it would
throw 'em down
result.
there.
Yeah, like you see some of the cheap glass trinkets and stuff like that. Absolutely nothing of value.
But I got to use my last spell.
You were thorough.
Yep, and you killed something all by yourself. It was like the whole combat. It was just you. You killed it.
That's right, and now I have no spells left. I need a long rest.
All right, you ready to go back upstairs?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Okay. So you guys go back up upstairs. Whoops. I guess I need to pull you guys over there too. There we go. And I'm just going to do some things here. Hold on. You guys are down there. We're not going to deal with any of that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that just because I think that's basically everything. Okay. So you guys are back on the first floor. You see lizard folk running around. You all, and that's all you see is lizard folk, and they have a couple of they don't, so they look like they're carrying bodies out of the castle. Well, actually, no, they wouldn't. I don't think they would. They are, and they're throwing them in the moat. They're just getting rid of any dead bodies of anything and throwing them in the moat. And as you guys would be more over towards, come out in this central area again. You hear as you walk out, you hear Mock say, "Oh, hello, guys. Good to see you again. How is it going?"
Pretty good. You don't know by chance how to activate that little portal in the basement, do you?
I don't know what's down there. I don't know of a portal.
Okay, just asking.
Yep, this is the first time I've been here in the castle. So, as you guys are back up in the castle, the lizard folk, they kind of nod at you and stuff, and before too long, Snapjaw comes and reports to you that the remaining dragon kneelers, as he calls the cult members, have been allowed to leave to find their way back in the swamp, and have all left. And all of the bullywugs have either been killed or as expected, escaped back and they were seen fleeing into the swamp.
Oh, and did any gnolls or
Kobolds?
kobolds or rather, or guard drakes fly up here at all?
The guard drakes that he talks about, there was a kobold who came up, and he was allowed to leave with the dragon kneelers, with the cultists, and they took all of the guard drakes with them. So they're all out somewhere romping through the swamp.
Hopefully it will cause trouble later.
Yeah, you can tell, like, the only group here that Snapjaw and the lizard folk were interested in fighting was the bullywugs. So if they didn't have to fight the cultists, they didn't. So, and Snapjaw asks you, so what are you going to do now?
Well,
do
we think we need to do a little bit of searching in the octagon tower in the center. We think there's some stuff there we might need to find, possibly, I guess. And then we're going to need a rest because we're in rough shape.
you see Snapjaw turns and he yells out, Kilvak! So, they are our allies are looking for things, important things that where should they look? And this lizard folk, even a little larger than Snapjaw, but not doesn't look like he has quite the same level of intelligence or maybe ability, but is definitely just really big and strong. Steps forward and he says, and he points to the octagonal tower. The Bone Grey. His quarters was on the second floor, beneath the glass, the glass looker. And then he points to, I think it's the southeast tower. Let me just real quickly look. Third floor. Really? Where? Is that really third floor? How come it's not here? Okay.
42.
That's really weird. Hold on one sec. I know I'm missing something here. Or maybe I'm just misremembering the letters. That's probably what's happening. I've looked at so many maps for this and other places that I'm just misremembering things. That's probably it right there. Let me take a look here. So let's go this one, right? Yeah, no, that's it. So the south. I was correct. The southeast tower. So two. So this tower down here. Wait a minute. South. Oh, so upstairs. So you guys went down to the dungeon. That tower. He says upstairs is where the half dragon lived. His private quarters. Those are the only two places where you will find anything other than servants or guards' quarters. Perhaps what you are looking for is in one of those.
Thank you. So where is Asbara at this point? With us?
He's with you. Yeah, I just
Okay.
don't have his
Okay.
token out, but he's with you.
Okay. So do Alamir, Asbara, and one or two others want to go to the Born Grey and see if you got any like spellbook things to compare, and maybe if we spend a day or two like long resting and hanging out here, that maybe
Sure.
you could do that. You know what I mean?
So Almir is going to go up this one to go to the second floor.
Okay, so there is with the lizard folk here, who, as long as you're not casting any more fireballs or anything at them, they're not going to bother you.
I'm out of spells.
No,
Until tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, they'll light it up.
That's a new day.
So everybody go ahead and take a long rest.
Painstakingly searching this room.
Everybody can
Every
take a long rest.
Are we getting our hit points there, Kuna Matata?
If you're taking a long rest, yeah.
No. Are we getting our temporary?
Oh, yeah. I think he always gives
He's
you.
typing right now. He's typing. And Behemoth says, "I love you." 'Cause
And it
you're
goes up
small.
to add 40 temporary hit points. Don't ask me how, but that's what they're at now.
28. All right.
What? That's today's? No, I was going to say,
No.
there's no way.
You're correct. There is no way.
There is no way. But since we slept, we now gained the level to 8. So
You will, but let's not do that now.
okay.
Between today and next week's session, you are all going to go up to level 8, yes, but we're not going to bother with that right now.
I know. It was more of a joke than anything. We spend the last hour and 15 minutes. Okay, do I get 2 points or 3? No.
So,
Uh,
yes, I'm
and
just
we specifically, we can sleep right here in the courtyard. We're going to be in Leoman's tiny hut. We're impervious.
that's
I
fine.
was about to say impregnable, but
So to speed
that
this
sounds
up,
wrong.
so you go up to the second floor of that central tower, back to where you sneak attacked, took out Born Grey in a area of silence, and there was a reading. So you attacked him in the reading room, but there was also a library with a few crates and chests of books that hadn't been sorted and cataloged yet, and an actual library with a lot of interesting books on things such as the history of the Sword Coast, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, magic, not spell books, but
Right.
theoretical works, things on alternate reality, time, dimensional travel, blah blah blah. It's some very rare and interesting books that Alamir, you immediately you and
They're going in the bucket. They're going in the bag.
Asbara, like, you recognize there are tons of books here that are just worth a ton of money.
Yeah, Alamir's going to.
The whole collection is like it would be a priceless addition to any library or collector in Waterdeep.
Cool. So I will take as many as I can fit in the bag.
Well, you guys, yeah, you can fit a lot in. You guys have 2 bags of holding that you could fit a lot of stuff in.
Okie dokie.
All right. Roll me a luck roll, 2d10, Alamir.
2d10s. That would be
Go Alamir. Go Alamir.
Better than average.
Yeah, above average by 1 point.
That's above average.
It
Such
is.
a killjoy. Such a killjoy.
That is
Was I almost below average? No. I was slightly above average.
okay.
Half full. Not half empty.
That's right. Over half full.
Yep.
Okay. So, in terms of and above and on the 3rd floor up in the observatory is still Resmir's body, with the
Sword.
great sword.
Now, Alamir wants to find out, because originally he dispelled the sword, but was that sword magically infused by a verbal spell, or was it magically infused the sword itself?
So we're gonna have a quick metagaming conversation here.
Because you couldn't do it if it was the sword itself.
Well, rules as written in 5e, no, you couldn't. But I don't agree with that, and so I'm allowing you to. You can cast Dispel Magic on a permanent item, and for 1 minute, temporarily dispel 1 ability on it. Which you
So
saw
if it's a
the
plus
writing
1
flames around
sword,
it, so that's what
right.
you dispelled.
So if it was a +1 sword, I could take the +1 off of it for 1
No,
minute.
has to be special abilities. You can't just not make it net magical.
Got you. Okay. Activated magic, not inherent magic.
Correct.
I mean, if I had a spell slot, I would have casted heat metal on it.
You did actually. I thought you did.
Not this time
He
around.
did.
I wasn't here for the last time, but
He
I
did.
mean,
Yeah,
He
and you did.
Yeah, we followed his usual playbook.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That was my question on how I affected it. Got it. Okay, back to game.
Right. So, and also, I also realized after the fact that I let you do it on a 16, but it should have required, it actually would have required a 19, but I miscalculated the number that, the DC. So it worked.
Do I sense any evil or desecration or anything on the sword after I divine sense around the sword?
Are you touching
touching
the
it?
sword, or are you?
Nope, not yet. I'm dropping divine sense first. And then seeing what I sense,
So
because if it's desecrated or evil, it would, show up or smell like that.
mm-hmm. But I need you to make a religion check.
Okay.
Okay. You do sense evil.
Okay.
But it's you get it's light, it's you are unable to, just from sensing, because it's not a sentient creature. Like what you're normally sensing. So you are not able to get a clear reading on the level of evil within the sword.
Sophia, would you like me to destroy that sword, or should we just go ahead and sell it?
I cannot sense the sword. Do not. I mean, do not. Obviously, I would not attune to it, but let us inspect it.
Okay. So I go ahead and grab it then.
And immediately she says, "No! Drop it now!"
So I do.
Oh, that sword is evil. It is an entity of great evil and malice. Yes, I do not think it is something that we could easily destroy, but if possible, we should.
Okay. So, Alamir Asbara, what do you guys know about breaking evil swords?
What is can I? I guess I'd have to roll, but the runic inscription on the sword. What it's derivative from? What it's derived from? What is its inner being, where it's not an actual magical
So
spell cast, but an inherent.
you could.
The sword.
I mean, so Alamir, the only way to find out everything about an item is to do something like identify. But you can spend an hour. You don't have to attune, but you can spend an hour with an item, touching it, and learn a lot about its magical properties.
And Alamir will offer that unless Esmir wants to do it. Does he want to do it?
Asbar is more.
Do we trust him?
No.
Asbar is more interested in the writings and stuff, and actually, while you've been looking at the books and stuff like that, Asbar has been going through notes and things. He does find notes about the teleportation circle.
And he does share it.
Of course, he does.
Then
I was just trying to find what it actually is.
Then Alamir will. He'll take the time. He's not totally nuts. He's doing it for the understanding, for the little people who are stepping away from it.
There's also, you find a strongbox hidden in the floor, underneath the rug in the floorboard. It's not worth role playing through this stuff. And you also found a key on Borgray's belt to open it, and this is what you find in the strongbox.
All right, I'm just putting it in.
Yep.
So this is Wargraves, Strongbox. Got it. Copy that. Got it.
So yeah. So where is it? Okay. I think it's going to be somewhere here. Here we go. It is a word that activates the portal. And
so we found it. Hold on. I gotta put that in.
Whoops. Hold on. Not all of this.
Before that. There you go. There it is. Got it.
There we go. And this is the
Activation
word. It's Drazier, which is it's a draconic word. I can't remember what it means, but
Got it. It's in my notes. We just don't know where it'll take us to, except possibly to the east where they're housed out.
So if Asbara and Alamir compare known spells in their spell books, is there a comparing and contrasting that maybe they could swap knowledge? And then you said it would take time. Like, are you talking weeks or are you talking days?
days. It's essentially, if I remember correctly, but I don't do this stuff a lot.
Yeah. Alamir is what is your specialty? Your illusion?
Illusion.
Okay. So you do that stuff faster, right? So if he has something that's illusion that you don't have,
I could learn it from his spellbook. Basically, I take it from his spellbook and I put it into mine.
okay.
That's what it does, and you can use. I mean, the spellbook that I found. Yeah, there's 18 spells in it. I might take 2 or 3 from it to put it into mine.
Okay.
It just means illusion is my most concentrated ability.
Your specialty.
Correct.
But you can do everything. Just you do those a little bit.
Best. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Or sometimes a lot better.
A lot better. Okay.
Sometimes.
Cool. Depending on the roll.
Depending on what I roll.
Displacer beasts work well though.
It did. Baby Displacer Beast.
I did see D&D the movie last night. That was actually amusing.
It was.
It was okay. Yeah.
Let's see. So if you're not of the level to cast the spell, which I'm going to say if you're of the level, you can automatically copy a spell, even though that's not rules as written. That just makes sense.
I mean, I can cast up to 4th level.
It's 2 hours and 50 gold per spell level.
Oh, that isn't bad. From a time standpoint, that ain't bad at all.
Yep.
So the only reason I bring it up is obviously the more versatility you have, the better. So
But I can have all the spells in my spell book. That doesn't mean I can cast them all the time.
Right.
I can still only cast 14 spells, but I could have 50 in my book.
Right.
During this time, do you
Or 100.
Or 100.
Jinx? Do you bring out the spell books that you got from Spattergoo?
11. I can cast 11.
Yeah, I guess when everybody else was kind of going, but I'd make sure we got everything else kind of accounted for.
Okay.
Since books are packed away, not all of them are going to be valuable, as far as we're concerned.
I'm going to actually do this just because I think, I mean, Alamir, Jinx, you two don't have any reason to keep other people from knowing what spells there are, right?
Not at all. In fact,
all right. This is Born Gray's spell book.
Yeah.
And these are all in the general handouts, just like the other one. This is the first spell book that Spattergoo had.
Blurglex.
So you can see.
Conjure Shadow Demon.
So both of those were.
Wow, you go straight to 4th level.
I just started from the bottom, worked my way up.
That was the
Banishment's
first. And then this is the second book that he had.
The backup book.
Do you have banishment already?
No. That's
Wow.
an invocation, if I remember correctly.
That is a
Yes.
huge amount of spells there. There is.
Wow.
It was all mostly random generation of the spell book, so there is a good amount of crossover, but there's a huge number of new spells there.
Wow.
If we tear a page out and we roll it up, does that make it a scroll?
No, it does not. Scrolls are very specially created.
What if we soak the book in water and then we roll the book up?
Yeah.
Is that a lot of scrolls?
You can try. You want to try?
No.
No.
That's some kick-ass bunch of spells right there.
Yeah, that's Alamir's great treasure for this for the mid levels.
Good. Brilliant.
Coolio.
And yet,
So,
and I didn't add those in. Those were already in the adventure. Just I generated what spells there were.
So after you guys take the time with all the spell books, and it looks like the lizard people are settled in, are we going to go ahead and let her rip? Let's do the step to the west or
Yep.
whatever direction.
One more
What
thing.
happened with the sword?
Right. So the sword. So you were going to look at the
Alamir's-
sword, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm not going to do a tune to the sword. I'm going
Right.
to investigate the sword.
So let me go into here. Hold on a sec here. What's the easiest way? You know what? I think.
The easiest way is for me to memorize the identify spell and then cast it.
Actually, we have the time.
It's in my book.
What do you identify it for? Honestly, though.
Well, especially if
Oh, it's
if there are activation words or things like that, you don't get those from anything other than identify.
I don't have identify.
Yeah, I didn't think you did, and it didn't come up in any of the books. So
No.
let me hold on a sec here. So you're going to spend an hour with it. I just need to find this thing. Hold on. D&D Beyond, Homebrew. So, okay, magic items. Where is it? Hazaron. Here we go. Let me open it. And okay, that is Hazaron. Did you guys see that? Or yeah, that wasn't whispered to me, was it? No.
No, it's out.
It's
Yes.
just really long.
It is, yeah. No, it's huge because it is. So basically, I'll give you the rundown. It is a sentient, similar to
Yeah. Sheila.
to the weapon that to the holy weapon that Smock is using.
You should dual wield them.
It can speak common and netherese. So if you're attuned to it, it has 4 charges. You can cast spells. So detect magic, evil and good, and detect thoughts. And it's like a +2 weapon, magic weapon. It has the ability irresolute, so that anyone you hit with it can't activate abilities or spell effects that give them hit points when they drop to 0. So Death Ward, and that is why
The spot.
Spot did not his ability
Relentless endurance.
yes, relentless endurance as a half orc did not kick in, and he can activate an ability. where is it? Spells.
Theric Isariv. These speaks the command words. Draconic for no heal.
Okay. The last thing. Dun, 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 dun. Well, anyway, yeah, the thing that he had going though, I don't see wounding. Here it is. So wounding. It's just like when it's written like this, it's tough to find. So when you speak a command word, which the command word you guys don't know because you didn't get that information, but that's the tendrils of magic, and it prevents healing from anyone hit for 1 minute, unless they make a con save. So anyone injured can't heal.
This sword must be destroyed.
Yeah, it's a powerful weapon. And when you picked it up, like its level of evil is probably around a solid 3, maybe close to a 2, but it definitely loves wanton destruction and death. All right. So Resmir's personal chambers. There is a large bed, 2 wardrobes, a standing mirror, an armor stand with a spare suit of scale mail armor. There's a bunch of clothing that she wore, more, dragon regalia, purple robes, cloaks, mantles, many items of rank. All of them, none of them that would easily fit any of you, since she was pretty big, even bigger than Smock. There was a trap on the wardrobe, but you're easily able to find and disarm it. It was an acid trap. There's also a 2-foot tall statuette of a black dragon, made from actual black dragon scales and claws with ruby eyes and diamond teeth. It's perched atop a heap of treasure of actual gold and gems.
I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I'm broke. So I see golds and gems. I say that's all it's worth.
Are you taking the statuette too? It weighs roughly about 20 pounds.
I mean, sure, why not? We can just run a big holding.
Okay.
There's a statue. What's the statue of again?
Of a black dragon. It's made of actual black dragon scales and claws with ruby eyes and diamond teeth.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Is it? I wouldn't know this.
Alamir, make a merchant check.
Merchant.
Evaluate its value, sir. Yeah, you've never seen anything quite like it before, but you're sure it's worth at least several thousand gold to the right collector.
I mean, yeah, unless anybody has any thing against it, we would dump this stuff into the bag of holding and worry about the rest of that later on. I mean, I don't know about you guys, man, but I have not made any money in like
No, you
a
guys.
long time.
I agree.
Well, other than you've got like free magic items, but yes, you haven't actually gotten a lot of money as payment in for your deeds.
Haven't gotten paid in forever, and I mean, maybe some of you guys have some money stashed away, but I don't. So I would, yeah. Glancing through the stuff, is there anything that jumps out at you? Like, diamonds or some of that nature? Because I know there's spell components that are major.
Yeah, the gold and gems are definitely valuable. So if you just kind of put all those in, actually, and I'll have to just figure out what they're worth.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
not in here. And then there's a private sanctuary with a room that is bare except for a stylized depiction of a five-headed dragon rising from a volcano, painted on the back of the door.
Oh, that's all your spot. I mean, a smock.
So can we tell, based off this five-headed dragon, what head does what? Like, you know, this head breathes lightning, this head breathes fire, this head breathes acid, whatever.
Yeah, you can see that they're all chromatic dragons. Like the artist only had a few colors to work with, and they weren't particularly talented, but you can tell that it's supposed to be Tiamat. And which head is which.
Cool.
So, 2 people can make investigation checks if you'd like. I'm assuming that's probably best for Alamir and Jinx.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Alamir, there you find a loose stone underneath a carpet that had a table sitting on it, a heavy table. And
So heavy, my 8 strength couldn't move it.
so you have help, and like when you move it away and you lift this up, there is a square box, an ornate a dark hardwood box with a lock on it.
I'll give that to our friendly neighborhood Jinx.
I look at you for a second, and I'm like,
It's a box with a lock. That's you.
okay. I glance at the box. And I first look for traps because, you know.
Okay, investigation.
I can find the trap, so I just stick in my finger in. That'll work.
It is definitely trapped. It is a double pronged poison needle trap.
Oh.
But you're able to discern it, and go ahead and make a sleight of hand to discern it.
And you shoot him across the yard.
Okay. To be honest, if the side hand didn't work or whatever else, I would just use Mage Hand to open it up from a distance and call it a day.
Well, let's see how good you are.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah, you're able to disarm it. Yep. But it is locked.
I will pick the lock.
Yep. Pick the lock.
Outside. Come on,
That's side
everybody.
hand as well. Okay, that's not so good.
Yeah, and you do not get it open.
I bring Spot over.
Okay.
And I showed him what I did to pick the lock, and I have him attempt to pick the lock because I know that he knows what to do with that stuff too.
And he does exactly the same thing you did and gets to the exact same point and is unable to open it.
For now, because I don't think there's a take 20 in this game. Like there used to be in R1. I guess we don't get our shot at it, do we?
Get a what?
Remember, do we get our shot at ever doing it again?
You do.
Stick a knife in it and break
Yeah,
it.
you can. So maybe on the morrow the DC will go up, and maybe tomorrow the two of you can work together and
Yeah.
someone take advantage and try it again.
Because I was just sort of in the bag, and I'm like, that's not tomorrow's problem.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have the knock spell.
Do you?
Just joking.
Okay.
It's in the. We can worry about that
I'm,
tomorrow
I'm
morning.
checking the other books.
No, I'm looking at them. It's not there.
No, it's not there. Okay.
You have a lot of cool spells, but that's not one of them.
Summon sleet. See if that works.
All right, that should be it. That should be the that is what you guys find in the time that you spend there. So how much time are you spending in the castle before you attempt to use the magic to travel through the portal?
Who said we're going through the portal?
You guys
If we had the
did.
chance to go through a portal, I mean, maybe the chase is good, but we get to take a long rest though first, don't we?
Right, we have
Or
a
you
long
did-
rest. but
You
the
did
thing
take
is,
a long
we
rest. You have a long rest, so go. If you didn't take it already,
we don't know
take
where the
it.
portal goes to. This isn't a teleportation circle.
You find nothing about where it goes to. There are
That's
no
what I'm
notes.
saying. Jinx is going through the portal. Because
Um,
I'm just saying, even Alamir's going, no. We don't know where this goes.
We're adventurers. This is our duty to explore.
I thought we were going to Neverwinter, but okay.
To be fair,
Get the memo.
we could throw in.
We can throw half in there and see what happens.
We could throw a body in there.
But does the body have to say the secret word?
I don't know.
Do a ventriloquist?
No, you have been told that treasure gets transported.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
not humans. Or
Oh,
biological.
Now you don't know
Treasure gets-
exactly. That was never done in front of the lizard folk, so they don't know how it's done.
you know,
The sword.
could we rig a trap on something? Because we could rig a trap. We got traps around here that are already doing. We'll rig a trap on a chest and send the chest through.
So where the minute it's not investigated, touched, messed with, it just blows up. So put some C4 in there.
It literally is. We're gonna make it a touch. Literally, you just touch the chest, and there's a weight difference on the chest or something, and it just blows, or it just blows right when it gets there, because it's too fragile.
And then we stand here and wait for someone to come back through and
You're like, what the hell?
Alamir does not think that's a good idea. I know we're adventurers, but I don't want to be turned into
Yeah.
goo
Not-
because it doesn't.
Not to mention, I'm pretty confident no one here has the tinkering and engineering abilities to do that.
Jinx has all that.
We could set a trap.
So Asmara, how often do people come rather than go through the portal?
Flask of oil, a little cotton in the top. Light.
I have never. Well, I've been here, and the stories I've heard, no one has ever arrived from the portal that I'm aware of.
Anybody gone from the portal?
So
Yeah,
are
is-
you intending on going whether we go or don't go? Are you going to go through the portal? Because you're a sovereign man. What are you going to do?
Smock, real quickly, you're coming through. It's echoing. Do you
Okay.
have two inputs right now?
I will find out.
And Esbar says, "Well, to be perfectly honest, I would like to go back to Waterdeep. I was hoping that when you went through, you would send me a message and just let me know where it goes. I really was expecting that you were following the treasure and were going to go through. But if not, I guess then it is up to me."
Yeah, he brings up a point out of game here. That is, we were following the treasure. That's the only reason to go.
It's the only reason to go, but also we know where the treasure's going through, so we could always
do?
report. It goes through here to the other side.
Oh, okay. We know where it starts, right?
As
Correct.
Sarah said,
But that's the thing. We could report to whomever and say we found the place where it goes away from,
you know,
which we followed it. We didn't
We
say
all-
we would go all the way to the treasure.
I think we could all look at Luna and just be like, you could turn into a net. teleport over there with some treasure, junk, and you would see exactly where it is, and you can report back to us in a moment's notice.
Do we have the ability to communicate over long distances?
Alamir
Yes.
does.
I have send message.
Luna does
I'm willing-
not.
Do I have message? Hold on a second.
I'm willing to go through and
Not
send
anymore.
message back. Send message
Hold on,
back.
hold it on, Skippy. Yes, I can relearn that spell. I mean, I can. Yeah. Do I send message, or do I just have send?
So technically, I guess Luna could learn it. You know, and could prepare a spell like that in the morning.
I mean, I
If
could too. I don't have it. Let's check the books.
you did have it at one point, or was Luna doing it?
No, I have the earring that I can talk to my mom.
But you don't have sending. So
I'm just looking in the books.
Thought I saw sending in there, actually. Maybe I'm just imagining.
oh, in the books, I don't remember.
No, I don't see it.
What level is sending? Isn't it 2 or is
It
it
was 2.
3?
I thought it was 2.
So yeah, that's kind of wow. What do you replace? You replace healing spirit. Here, let's unprepare bark skin. Sending.
No, it's a 3rd level for me.
Oh yeah, it's not 2nd. So, but still, I don't think it. Oh, you know what? No. I guess the druid does not get it. That's right. It's cleric. So Luna cannot do it. Only Alamir.
And Alamir doesn't have it in his spellbook. So unless the DM puts, oh no, I mean I can take it out of the other guy's
I
spell.
thought you had it at one point, but I guess not.
No, but
Nope.
that was my earring that I have from
Right.
mom.
All right.
That's
So
my
you,
sending spell.
no, you as a group, you do not have a means of remote communication
it
at this
is.
point.
It's in the book. It's in the Dalmore Borngrave's book. I can copy
Okay.
it over to mine.
Yep. All right.
I mean, it'd take a couple of hours, but I thought there was a 1st level one too called like message. or
It's
something.
2 hours per level. So is it's 3rd
6
level?
hours.
So
Yeah,
6 hours.
Yeah, I can do that during the day. That's fine.
So you're at least spending one extra day here. So
Yeah.
Yep.
that's what it sounds like.
Let me
Okay.
learn this one. Go back to my book.
And
Do
then
my preparation.
the evil sword. Does Asbara or Alamir think we can destroy that sword? Or what does it take to destroy that sword?
It is an artifact. There is no. You have to have. Like.
Okay.
It's like the take it. Strike it with the god-killing sword. Take it to the. It's not just throw it in a volcano. It's
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So if I take it back to the Order of the Gauntlet leadership, they would probably know what to do with it.
Or make sure that it was
Doesn't leave.
hidden
Well,
somewhere,
I mean,
locked up.
To be fair, thrown into a volcano is kind of hiding it.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Permanent.
It doesn't. It may not destroy it, but it would hide it.
Okay. Well, can we put it in the bag of holding temporarily until we figure
Can
out
we
what to
put
do
that
with it?
power?
But that one goes in the other bag of holding that I believe
No.
the druid has or Alamir has, not mine.
Give you kisses. Eleanor's wondering, isn't that a bad thing to put that thing in a bag of holding? Isn't there an explosion?
No, that's
No.
two interdimensional spaces,
Okay, put it in a bag of holding inside a bag of holding. Got it.
or a portable
Okay,
hole, or
he'll
something like
put
that.
it in his.
However, you can take the artifact, you can put it in a bag of holding, then take that bag of holding and throw it in a portable hole or something like that and run.
Actually, now that you mention it, you take those 2 bags of holding, and that's how you destroy the sword. Boom. Anyway, never mind.
There
Okay,
you go.
moving on.
You can sword swallow it too.
Yeah, no.
You take Sophia, and you bind them together.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Actually, that kind of looks like it'd work.
And no, you were talking about a trap that we could send through. Put a bag of holding about to fall into a bag of holding.
We must
Send
smite,
that through.
we must smite Cult of Dragon. Let's go.
All right. So we want to see what happens when people go through to the other side. You know, we can't send Luna, guys. He's not here.
Well,
Right.
also she can't tell you what she sees on the other side.
Right.
Yeah, I
You
know.
do it.
Alamir has to go.
Well,
He's
yeah.
the only one with the sending spell.
You can't tag me with it, and I can run. It has to be you.
I have 25. I have 1 minute to say the duration is 1 minute, and I have 25 words or less to send you a message first for you to turn around and send me a 25 word or less response.
Right.
Well, this is a
He's
brave act. This is a brave act, so it'll be up to you if you want to be brave.
He's like, I'm in a dark room.
Yeah. So technically, though,
I have
anyone
dark vision.
could go as long as Alamir then contacted them.
Correct.
That's true.
Even if they went to a dimensional world, another plane.
Okay. I can go.
So, well, here, why don't we do it the right way? And we're not letting Jinx do this because it's going to be, you know, like rolling dice because he'll just cheat. Jinx, look, 20. It's not me.
Only on initiative.
So they're going initiative. We'll roll initiative. We'll see who gets the lowest number. Alamir, you're going. Thanks. Alamir will do it. Alamir will do it. If he's going to go big or go home. Apparently right now he's going to go big.
Well, are you doing it today or tomorrow? And if you're not doing,
Well, after it only took 6 hours to do the spell, so everybody is rested.
I'm just wondering, because are you spending additional time to transcribe spells or not?
No, just that one. I mean, I have the books with me. They're with us. I can transcribe them whenever I want.
Okay.
It's not like we can't take them out of this area. They're not part
Did Asbara express any interest similarly?
in yeah.
In what?
Just to possibly transcribe anything?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Then she's probably transcribing like a banshee.
He's very interested in spending time transcribing some of the spells.
Yeah, the spells don't disappear when you transcribe them out of a book.
Good.
He probably would have chosen.
He's allowed to check one book out at a time.
Yeah.
It's a library.
We're not going to worry about what he transcribes, but
It's the library.
he'll choose, like, he'll probably choose a first level and
Well,
a third level.
Well, we have to wait. We have to wait till tomorrow anyway because I need the overnight long rest to have the spell ability to cast.
Yep, that's true.
Transcribed it today, so we're waiting till tomorrow anyway. That technically has given him 2 days to scribe whatever he wants.
Well, no,
He's used to pulling all-nighters.
only
That's
the
right.
one day, and honestly, there's really only so much that, I mean, 8 hours is standard, but you could do 12 hours if you're willing to risk point of fatigue.
Okay.
So maybe he would do a first, second, and a third level. Why not?
Gotcha. Again, go big or go home.
Game over.
Alamir, are you transcribing anymore?
Not anymore right now.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before the next morning when you try this? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, in that case, and what you guys know is while you are doing all this stuff, the lizard folk have left the castle. They are so that you were asked what your plans were with the castle, and I assume you told them nothing, that you were leaving.
Put it up for sale.
And so their plans are to move their village in.
Okay.
It's a very defensible position. It's got nice grounds. It's a nice location.
So they went to go get families and stuff. The rest of it.
Good.
Yep.
Good. It's like a good plan. And we have a castle of lizard folk who are our friends, except for me.
You made up
Oh,
for
look,
it.
it's Alamir. Fireball.
You made up for it.
All right. Alamir. So the next morning, you get up, you have breakfast, and there's plenty of food and supplies and stuff that you find here. The food here is all based on what they find and bring in from what the lizardmen forage out of the mere. But it's actually put together pretty well. The cook and the two human assistants for the cook, the dwarven cook, were allowed to leave with the cultists. So they were all kind of pushed out the door into the mirror to find their way back to civilization.
That's how they see all the lizardmen leaving, and they're like, "Ooh, we can go back now."
That's right.
Well, they're just all right outside though. So anyway. All right, so next morning you have breakfast, and I take it you make your way back down. We don't need to go down there. Let's just do this. All right. So back to the teleportation circle. Alamir. I assume you're all down there with him?
You're going to watch me pop. And he tells everybody the word, not in the circle, but before we get down to the word is Drazir. Just in case I say, come through now.
Dresden?
And Alamir walks into the circle.
All right, you walk into the circle. You're in the middle of the circle.
And he's going to say the word Drazir.
And as you do, the symbols on the floor flash, and you are engulfed in a bright light, and you close your eyes to protect yourself from being blinded by the light. And as the magic dissipates around you, your skin tingling like with little bits of with a static electricity, you immediately feel the temperature having dropped about 15 to 20 degrees. And you hear the sound of birds chirping. You smell pine trees. And as your eyes clear and get accustomed to the brighter light than the cavern, you notice you are standing in a clearing on the edge of a forest of very tall pines, and there's thick grass spreading away from you and heading up a hill, and in the distance you see a large lodge, like a hunting lodge, sitting atop a small knoll. Behind you, the thick woods. In the middle of this clearing here, you can see the grass has been churned and singed, like the circle is burned into the ground.
Right.
So it's also been worked, so it's mostly flat, and it's just the size of the teleportation circle.
Do I see wagon wheel tracks or path tracks away from this circle?
You do. They're nothing, doesn't look like it's recent, but you can see the ruts of wagons, carts, and the like heading away towards the lodge.
I will send a message. It's all clear and it worked. Sending this to Smock. Come on over.
And I say that out loud, and then I immediately go.
Excellent. So you all find yourself in that same spot I just described. looking up. I don't think. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Looking up on the top of the hill. Oops. Show to players. Let's close this. Looking up at this lodge. Beyond it,
Do we see a white
Snow Peak
dragon?
Mountains.
Yeah, in the distance is there a dragon coming out?
No, there's not. You don't see the dragon.
Okay.
But
Are
you
the
see
shutters any form of a family name? Like a tartan or anything?
you could roll a history check.
I want to get all the information I can.
Jinx, you could roll history or your your factions. I can't even remember what it's called, Jinx. Factions of politics.
Not a tartan, but a heraldry or anything. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, great. Their wind veins are dragons too.
Place down.
One sec here.
Not with a white dragon.
Wow, the white
We're
dragon's
gonna
not there.
frost everything down. That's right. But the two little wind veins are.
So I don't have this information handy,
I know,
but
Tom.
yes,
I just-
there you do actually recognize something about it, which we'll bring up next week because this is a
And that's
really
fine.
great
My
place.
whole thing was being able to pull a geographical area. Where are we?
Fantastic. Then
That's what I wanted to do.
that you absolutely can, because what you see, you know, the family was known.
We know the map.
How about a map?
Yeah, there you go.
And actually, let me. So what you see is it was a family. You see family, not, it's not a crest, but it's colors and patterns like a crest, but
was wondering if
it's a
tartan
part of
or
the
something.
crest. It's the, I forget what it's called, but it's the patterning, like for like the flag patterning and such for the crest.
Okay.
And it is, so let me, that is on the token layer. So let me actually, what do I do? Do I put on the map layer?
Hillgate Keep.
No, how come it's not showing
Great,
solid
we're in
like the other
Icewind Dale.
ones?
No, it's too green.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not solid like the others, but anyway, see over by the Great Peak Mountains, straight to the east from Waterdeep. I guess
Yep.
that at Parnast by the Lonely
Oh.
Moor.
Right there.
Okay. Literally
That
straight east.
that is the area. The town of Parnas. There is a family, and actually the family was known. They were known for hunting of various beasts and trophies and the like, and they would sell their. They made their money selling wild beasts, fantastical beasts, and the like in Waterdeep.
Okay.
And that makes sense. So you are on the edge of the Great Peak Mountains, and that is why it is colder. The sky overhead is actually a storm is beginning to brew.
That's fine. We can get inside a tiny hut and live through the storm.
Yep.
That's no big deal.
But
But do we want to stay out here?
well,
I'm asking everybody on that.
Honestly,
Do we,
We
want to go to
could-
lodge?
just go to the lodge and kind of play stupid. And if they,
Boy, did we
Question
take
is-
a bad turn. We should have turned left at Albuquerque.
yeah, I mean, not anybody knows the teleportation thing. So It's not like, everything we say will have some more validity to it. So,
Well, right. I mean, I can always pull merchant things, but we don't have any horses. We don't have any carts. We don't have any of that. We've been walking.
well,
We lost them all. It was a dragon.
they got stolen by the bandits of Parnist Forest.
There you go. Okay. We're lucky to be alive. I'm totally. If you Jenks, if you want to do your best, I will follow your lead as long we're all here. So
Cool.
go
Well-
for it. We can approach the lodge then.
Well, so that's something that you can think about for the next week when we pick up next time. So for now, you have successfully followed the treasure beyond Castle Neritar, which was the only place that you knew it was going. So now you have followed it to its next destination in near the town of Parnast. And that is where we're going to end episode 36. So thank you for playing, gentlemen. It's a pleasure as always. And thank you to all out there who have been watching our adventures. Until next time, may your life be filled with peace, joy, and love.